Hey, party people, it's your boy, the Ginger DM. I didn't record in time, so now I'm recording. And go. You are on the far side of the bridge, not quite close enough to the city where you feel as though like you have alerted anyone. The noise from the falling, crashing gate from before didn't seem quite loud enough, even for you to hardly hear. It was hardly audible. So you're pretty confident that at this particular moment, you have a degree of safety, or at least you weren't immediately in danger. Not a very safe situation, but you're like not about to die at this particular moment. You can see. Why don't you give me some perception checks? Give me some perception checks. Let's try to get a lay of the land and see what you guys are vibing with.
21.
My girl, Soleil, always coming through clutch with the perceptions.
That's it. That's all I can do.
It's the ears.
That's not all.
That's
15.
19.
That's very important.
Venley got a 1.
No, I got a 15.
Heresy.
Hey, every now and then she can focus. She took some Adderall. She's good.
She popped. Well, I think I think this is a reasonable time to be like on edge. Venley got a 15. Zerg got a 19.
Yes, and Connor's in the back.
Oh, thank you. God, I hate that guy.
5.
And so is Valen too. Tom got into a car accident. He's like dead right now. Yeah. See, he's. Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh shit. Connor, what did you get for your perception?
5.
What is going on with you today?
Not a great roll, I will admit. Not the best.
The 5 is not even the problem. It's your mic.
Oh, I was using AirPods. Is it like how bad does it sound?
No, it's fine now. When you first started talking, you had like a little bit of like robot synth thing going on. But it's fine now. So you guys kind of are standing here. You are taking a moment. You kind of did talk back and forth about the giants for a second. As you guys are eyeing up the structures ahead of you and just the space that you're in, you can see that below you, there are like these very large mushroom caps, and there are like these glowing sort of spaces along the cavern interior of this massive chasm, this massive circular kind of like a dome that you were inside of, where the roof continues to rise up until it's just pitch darkness. And then occasionally there are these like pockets of light high above you where there might be like a large glowing mushroom coming off of the cavern roof. It kind of loops around. And in the center, there is this like pillar rising up out of nothingness below. Soleil, you get a feeling, very particularly because you got that 21 and because you're the star of the show at the moment. This pillar that is rising up here, you can see how the walls that are in front of you, that like this bridge connects to this opening, and then there are like sheer rock walls that are next to that opening that rise up, and they continue up to the roof of the cavern. So there's not a way to like fly into the town or something, just to like immediately take that one off of the table. Although there's like you are in this circular area, and this pillar does appear to be just kind of like in the center of that chasm. So there is potential for you to like fly around the perimeter and try to find an entry point, but we haven't gotten there yet. This pillar seems to like kind of rise up into the roof of this chasm. And you get the feeling, Soleil, as you can still hear that heartbeat, that pulse through the earth here, that this pillar down here is the same structure that rises up out of the earth above. And this is like a lower, this is a continuation of that pillar that rises up out of the ground up into the sky. And at this point now, that pulse is very much like it is ahead of you, and it's kind of like beating outwards, and you can feel just the faintest ripples just sort of echoing across the ground, just barely audible is not the correct word, but you can just barely feel that pulse ahead of you inside of this column of rock that is rising up out of the depths. The rest of you guys would be able to like make those same sort of observations. Venli, because you have magical dark vision, you have that devil's sight. Is there a range on the devil's sight? Is it like 60 feet, or is it just like you see good?
It's 120 feet.
Tom. All right, 120
60
feet. I have dark vision. I don't think 120 feet is enough for you to glean too much special information. However, I would say that from a meta level, if the idea of, hey, let's like do a once around of the exterior of this pillar comes up from a character perspective, that like if somebody is going to accompany the flyer or the climber or whoever is going to go around this thing, definitely Venli. But that's more of a meta thing. I don't think that Zergo or Venli or anyone else would be able to glean any additional information from the area.
I had a question.
I don't think so. Go ahead.
Have we seen bats in this cave?
You have not seen bats in this cave. In fact, you haven't really seen anything besides, you haven't seen like wildlife. You have seen like a lot of fungal growth. You have seen the like magical rock outcroppings. And I would say that like on your very high checks, I think that you would actually notice like a distinct lack of life. Outside of obviously, you know, the dead guys.
And if I casted dancing lights, would that like help with the darkness?
No, because the darkness that I was talking about is if Venli could see a little bit further, she might be able to see some of the roof cavern, or the cavern roof rather, and that might have gleaned a little bit of information. But I don't think she can see quite far enough. It's much higher up than 120 feet. And I don't think that dancing lights, I think that at this particular moment, dancing lights is a liability. I certainly wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I had a thought to potentially turn into, I'm worried that there aren't any animals around here, but if I turned into a bat and I could do a swoop closer and get an idea if like there's guards around, but now I'm like, oh, there's like no life down here. If they see a bat, they may be like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that? So,
I mean, I think like getting a lay of the, are you talking about like the interior of the
well, I think just like a little closer in to see if we could see if there were guards or if there were people patrolling like right at the front of that.
Yeah, no, I think that doing a once over as a bat would be like a pretty low risk move. Even though there aren't wildlife here, a bat is still pretty, you know, they're hard to detect. I think that like I feel like Soleil would be confident in her ability to like not be detected as a small, and you lived on that boat for like God knows how long. I feel like you'd be pretty confident that you'd be able to pull that off. Now I don't mean to speak for your character. You can obviously be like, no, she's like freaked the fuck out and she doesn't want to do that. But I feel like you would feel like that's in your
I think she's like, I feel this pulse closer. I definitely want to get closer. But I just want to make sure we're not walking into like, I don't know, like a death circle or something. So
you fly into past the bridge opening and you just fall out of the sky. That's just dead.
Yeah. Just died. Yeah, just die. No. Okay. So
it had to be somebody, you know, and it might as well be you.
It's fine. Okay, so I will turn into a bat, and not to go super into the city, but just to get an idea if there are people milling about kind of near the front, or if there's like a guard sentry up there.
As you turn to a bat, you convey this like idea to the party.
But I keep my bunny ears, like little ones on the bat, like little baby bunny ears.
Can you be like, you have like a rabbit face?
Yeah. I want to keep like my bunny features, but just bat wings.
You're like a babbit, like you're some weird fucking.
Yes.
All the animals in the Asagi forest are rabbits, but like other things. So you turn into this bat rabbit. You convey this to the party, and before you leave, Shathra will kind of stop you as you're talking about your plan here, and she'll come up to you and say, "May I speak for a moment?"
Oh, sure.
There is a path. It goes down into the rock. I felt it, but I was blinded. I can't say where it is. I know it's far from the bridge. I could tell because of the way the earth in the town felt versus the earth of the bridge. I could tell that I had walked for some time as I came out from the church and the underground tunnels. But if you can find those tunnels, you can follow them. You'll know where they are. You can follow them. You can find my sister and some of our people and some of the other prisoners. And yes.
Okay. So maybe through the town, you think? Like through this little town, we need to like keep looking through?
Yes, it's probably on the other side. I can't be specific. I don't really know. I'm sorry. I don't know more. I just if when you make your flight, if you could look for that tunnel, please.
Okay, good. Yeah, good advice. Thank you. Yeah, I will definitely do that.
She just gives you like a little head nod, puts her hands behind her back, and a little embarrassed seems. She's like kind of flushed. Takes a step back from you and kind of turns and goes and like looks over the edge of the bridge and kind of gets as far away as she physically can from the group.
Does she seem just concerned about us as a group, or just like she's scared and doesn't want to go back?
She seems. Give me an insight check.
Ooh, 17 plus 6.
It's the ears, man. There is like a bit of anxiety about her sister. She's definitely like more nervous about her sister. I don't know. And I would say that maybe you could pick up on a little. She seems slightly fearful of being back here. Certainly. I think you would probably get the sense it's a combination of worried that her sister may not be safe, or maybe even like, just the prospect of reuniting with her sister might be bringing her anxiety in some kind of weird way. And then conversely, being here physically again, when she had the opportunity to not, is also, it does seem to be causing her some fear. And you think that she's too, even in her young age, too prideful to want to admit or convey that type of emotion.
Yeah, well, it's too late now. We can't like send her back on her own.
Yeah. All right, little, go on.
Yeah, it's like,
Just
all right, go walk back. Yeah.
Go through the death tunnels. There's only like a dozen necromancers up there. You'll be fine.
Okay. All right. I will turn into a bat.
You turn to a bat and you make your way into the town square. As you do see that there is immediately, you kind of get a vantage point, right? So you see that there is one undead giant who is kind of around a bend in this hallway. Let me change the time of day here for us. You see that there's this undead giant down this like hallway. There is like a strange sort of underground structure that he's standing before, and there's like a small little stone structure right on the other side of this gate, and he seems to just be kind of standing there staring at this sort of gothic building, like just standing there looking at it strangely. As you go about, give me a perception check, and I'll keep telling you the things that like you definitely see, and then depending on that perception check, you might glean more.
You're not gonna. I got a 19 plus. This is the best dice ever. This might be my last good roll, but I'll take it.
You're used
19,
up. It's all gone. I have no more luck.
That was it. 19 plus 6, 25.
You say that, but like you're still on a roll. So like, who knows? It might not end. You don't know. All right. So that's really good. You said it was 25 in total. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Where's my cultists? There's my culty boys. Give me the good boys. All right. You would see that there are a few cultists that are kind of like in just around the town. There's like a square here that has been kind of ripped through. There is like clothing and items, and it's probably some bodies that have been piled up against like a back wall. And there's like a few cultists that are kind of hanging out in this square together. As you kind of lap over, you would see another guard giant, undead giant, who's kind of lapping around. You see that they have piled up what appears to be like all of the goods of this whole town. And from what Shattering had told you, this was sort of like it was considered like a vacation spot because there is some means of traversing to the top of the pillar from down here. And at the top of that pillar, she said that there was like these like amazing hot springs. So this was like some sort of underdark vacation hotspot. And they've kind of collected all of the treasure of this town and put it in the middle. And you see that there is just beneath that treasure and mixed with the treasure, many, 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 many bodies and skeletal figures that have all been kind of piled up together. Around this central structure and around this like marketplace, you can see that there's like these destroyed homes, these dilapidated homes, and then there is this like new construction, like these gothic structures are sort of littered about, and they kind of glow from inside. There's like these creaks in the stone. There's these cracks in their walls where this gleam comes from. And you can get the sense that these older structures, you can see the style of the town itself. You're seeing buildings that are like, definitely they were here. This is what the town is supposed to look like. And while maybe it's not your aesthetic, it's still kind of a little bit eerie and strange. It looks like there's like new buildings, and maybe give me an Arcana check. I feel like it would be very high. I don't think you'll be able to really glean anything outside of the fact that it's a new
17.
Yeah, they're clearly emanating some sort of like magical energy, and they have been built more recent than the town structures itself. And you can actually see where there are like the leftover foundations of like older homes, and you can see the littered destruction of homes and buildings that were once standing that are now gone. There's these new buildings must have some purpose. You just don't maybe know what it is, besides the fact that they are definitely emanating energy, which isn't, probably great. You do see that next to the one giant guard who's sort of lumbering about, there is a tower that appears to be like of new build, and there is a guard atop that. There is the cultists in this like square over here, and there are a handful of cultists that are over in this portion of the town. There are these like wrecked buildings, and they seem to be going through the buildings, just kind of like looting. Can you give me a stealth actually too? So this is gonna be perception, arcana, and stealth, and then I think I'm not gonna ask you for any more rolls.
Ooh, that one wasn't as good. 12.
As you are flying about this room, the walls still go up quite high, and you are able to like be far above where like nobody can really pay attention to you. You try to move in closer to see if you can like glean any information about some of the individuals, but as you kind of fly in, every time you try to get in close enough to maybe listen to a conversation with a little bit more clarity, or check out like what has that guy got in his hand, you draw some attention to yourself, and like somebody will look over their shoulder and say to the guy next to them, like, did you hear that? And then the guy will be like, no, shut up. And then you fly back up to a safe distance to just kind of examine. And you get the feeling that you could attempt to purposefully try to, glean some additional information if you wanted to, but you'd have to make another stealth check, and it could potentially result in some more danger. But that being said, you are able to tell that there are some people here doing something about some of these homes. You see that there is a large structure that's sort of built up out of the stone over here. It looks like it's been like slightly disheveled. It looks like parts of it have been used for like construction or something. And over on this side of the town, which is if you go through the gate to the left, past one of the giants, You see that there is a guard back here, and one more undead giant who is sort of as far away from as from like the gate as possible. He's like very far away. You would have to like kind of search him out for him to at this particular moment. It doesn't appear like he would necessarily be in your guys' way, although there are plenty of other things that are. Where the hell are my undead giants? I know I got them.
Have I seen the tunnels yet, or just the town and the structures so far?
Not yet. I'm going to do one more lap over so we can try to make sure we have a feel for this place, and then we're going to go that way. Where are the undead giants? Is that you? You're not a giant. I know I had undead giants. I use this mini. I'll just do that. That's fine. So what you've seen so far, here is the gate. There is an undead giant who's like kind of transfixed directly to the right. There are 3 cultists in a sort of like market square kind of past him, but all in the same vicinity of each other. There is this one guard who is kind of just lapping about this area. Like as you were flying about, he might move up here, go this way, kind of come around, loop back down, come here, kind of stand here for a while, scratch his ass, whatever. There is a cultist on guard up on this tower up here. There's a cultist over here that's on guard, and a giant who is kind of just going back and forth here mindlessly. And also, this is all without going inside of the buildings. I would say it's like fair to assume perhaps that there are more creatures or people inside of some of the structures, but you don't know that for a fact. As you make your way past all those like lower level, you see that there's like a higher base where you see this massive church and this column that rises up out of the back of this really strange and ominous religious structure that does not appear to be original, does not appear to be like a part of what the town once was. You see that there are like many dilapidated homes. This must have been at one point like a town square of some kind. And you see like these green burning lights coming from inside of the tower that rises up. And you can only assume that that must be the means to which they ascend up to the higher part of this strange natural structure that they must like live inside of. And I guess perhaps this, or you would guess perhaps that this church was kind of built around that pillar. You go around, and as you are flying this way, you said the perception originally was like a 25, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So back behind this church, that you can see that there is a probably about 10-foot high hole in the natural wall that does clearly descend down, and then it becomes quite dark, hard to see inside of. You could potentially fly down there and try to explore down that tunnel if you wished. But immediately in this area, before we potentially deal with that decision, you do see that there are a couple cultists about this structure. They do appear to have some like means of protection. They have like installed some like siege type weaponry, and there are like people that are about walking around, not to mention the giant, which is, you know, that doesn't help. And you count, just by doing your flyby, 4 cultists around the structure. Do you want to try to get closer to see inside of the structure? Do you want to attempt another stealth check to see if you can look into the church to see what's going on in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uno mas.
Oh. 9.
You were absolutely right. That 19 was your last good roll.
That was it. That was it for the evening. You swoop down, and this guard, like he hears you as you're swooping
down, and he actually like sees you, and you can see him like watching you, kind of perplexed and curious, as he kind of like walks over to the edge. He doesn't like attack you or anything, but he sees you. Do you continue to go into the church? Like, he's not doing anything hostile, but he's definitely like, he knows you're there.
Oh no, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna head straight back out of the town because I don't want them to be like I don't want to. I just want to look like a well. I'm gonna
Like a lost bat.
Well, I want to look like a dumb bat. Yeah, I'm gonna try to look like a dumb bat. Like, oh, I don't know where I'm going, and then just try to fly out of the way that I came.
Okay. Yeah. So you like panic. You fly back out of the
town.
town.
Just like, oh, I'm a dumb bat, and then
you return to the group with that information.
Okay. All right, everyone. This is a big town. There's a lot of big, like, undead giants, and there are cultists everywhere, and there's this really big church, and I think I found the hole that maybe her sister is in. But I think if we want to go in, we have to be, like, kind of stealthy, or try to be, you know?
Shathra will, like, kind of... She, like, literally clears her throat. She's like... Could I say something?
Oh, please. Yeah.
The last time that I was in the shepherd's church, there was about a dozen of us, and they were fighting, men and women, and a couple strong dwarfs, more specifically Duergar. But I think that if we could somehow sneak past, enter the shepherd's church, and free them, we could perhaps turn the spin the tables.
Turn the tables. Yeah, that's good. That's good intel. Yeah, I know if we go right, if we go into town, there's a big giant there and he's staring at a light. He seemed very fixated on that. And then if we go, we might be able to go left and go around some of the houses a little bit. I think that might be our best plan. What do you guys think?
Like, go around the houses and then... I'm directionally challenged. I don't know. I'll do whatever you say.
Don't die.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I am like a little concerned, but I think if we sneak around some of the houses, we might be able to blend in a little bit. I think if we try to go in like guns blazing, there's 3 or 4 big undead giants there. I think we'll get our asses kicked.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
Wait, does Valen still look like Marianne, or he's not Marianne anymore?
He's not Marianne. It dropped when that Houndmaster spotted him. Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, I think our best bet is be stealthy, and I can try to lead us around the areas where I saw there were not so many giants and cultists, because there's definitely cultists in there too. But I think we can make our way to the church. We'll just try to be a little sneaky.
Question: what if sneaking doesn't work?
That's a good question. I think then we probably either run really fast to the church, or we, or you could just like punch them really hard. You're really good at punching, so
If I take off my armor, I can get advantage on all stealth rolls. So
but would it take you an action to put your armor back on?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
You would definitely be. When you enter, if you get to the church and combat, like if there's not like a breathing, if you get to the church and you do manage to sneak to the church or to the tunnels, and then combat happens, like immediately, if you're not able to take a breather and say, okay, I'm going to put my armor back on, there you will obviously be at that disadvantage. But I do think that's a good idea, for the record.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take my armor off. It's not too big of a
Hmm.
difference.
I know Arlo. I'm
Does
not sure.
Valen have disadvantage?
I am checking your
Is
sheet
that-
right now. Your stealth is
I
plus
know I have a
8.
breast.
If it's medium armor, you should. Unless it's like the really expensive one, but like I doubt we'd have the really expensive one.
Oh, I forgot. I can do pass without a trace, which will help a little bit. I mean,
A little bit.
it'll help a little bit. Like
It's
I
just a
forgot that I can do that.
+10.
Pass without a trace is like magic.
God
It's like
tier.
yeah, it's like the best spell
Yeah,
in the fucking
I
game.
forgot I can do that. I can do that. I can do it.
Yeah, definitely 100%. 1,000,000,000,000,000% definitely.
I know
do
we have a
that.
bag of holding and a portable hole. Who has
Where
what?
is portable hole? Jax has it. Bag
Yeah,
of holding. I don't actually really know who has the bag of holding. Be honest with you, but I know that Jax has the portable hole.
I have a bag of holding.
Arlo has bag of holding, and I think Arlo's pretty good at stealth. Valen's actually pretty good at stealth. I think Zergo. I think like everybody in the
I'm
party.
okay. I'm not
I have
great.
a +4 stealth.
I think that you guys have a. I think with pass without a trace, you guys have a pretty good shot at pulling off a sneak situation.
I could cast spider climb on myself too and try to be. I should just climb up some walls. I don't know if that would help.
Yeah, why not? Right? Like, yeah, that could definitely help.
Breastplate. Does a breastplate give disadvantage? Let me find out. You have a breastplate. Are you wearing the robes of scintillating colors?
He is.
Too.
I am.
You're like, you look super flamboyant, but also very prepared. I like that. It's a nice.
What light are we in?
It's medium armor, so it probably is disadvantage. I feel like the breastplate, a benefit of the breastplate is it's probably a little bit on the easier side to take off, but you would probably have to remove the breastplate. You were in definitely like if I were to lower this to like what realistic levels, it's like dark. Like it's not.
Okay.
It's dark in this place. It's supposed to be. What is going on?
Okay.
Oh, I can make it daytime down here.
Oh wow.
I didn't know I
Okay.
could do that. It's not that.
Let
though.
there be light.
It is like dark. Like it would be like this.
Okay.
You're underground. You know what I mean? So it is like besides like any natural illumination, like this is what it would actually look like. It is pitch black down here. So if you're not standing within a patch of illuminated crystals or underneath one of the lit up funguses or something, it's essentially pitch black.
Okay. It doesn't fully matter. For what
By
I
the
was
way,
thinking.
breastplate does not give disadvantage. That's why it costs so much.
Hell yeah. There
It has
you
a
go.
it has a mediocre AC, but you don't get disadvantage on stuff. New
Thanks,
one
Sir.
or
I got
two
it.
medium.
Wait, how'd you get? Damn, I wish I was able to get that.
Too bad. You
Damn.
got 500 pounds of crystals.
That is true. That is true.
So, how many people's passed without a trace? Soleil?
Everyone.
That's a really I love that question. That
The
is
answer
I think
is
it's like-
yes.
I think the answer is yes. I think the baseline of it's like 4, and then you can upcast it.
yes,
think.
I think so too. I'm checking now. But everybody has to stay within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, but that's a big.
Um,
That's like huge.
Yeah. It's just it just says masking you and your companions.
Oh, okay, cool. Everyone.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet has a 10+10 bonus. So as long as they're within 30 feet, they're good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I could have sworn there was a number limitation on that, but
As
I might
long
have
as
just made
Soleil
that up.
doesn't say "fuck you," you're on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as I allow.
This is where she goes heel on us and just like kills the whole party. Like, yeah, you guys are all quiet.
Oh, don't
So-
ruin my character art. I mean, no,
This has been a trap. Soleil's actually the queen of the necromancers.
That would be insane.
That would be nuts, actually. Like now
that
I'm
would
tempted.
be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like actually like, oh shit, can we do that? So Soleil, you kind of tell the whole group to get together. You get shot through everybody. You get the anime robot, all the people. You wave your hand. And then there is sort of like a field that you bring up that is like a distortion space. And in this darkness, it effectively makes all of you guys like invisible. where you're kind of like you're like your opacity. You're not invisible, but like your opacity is lowered down to like 25%. And in this pitch darkness, it makes you like somebody would have to be like right up in your face to really see you without some sort of magical, help or vision. As you guys begin to move up to the town, so like you kind of guide, you're like, there's like a kind of an alleyway to the left. We can move past this fungus. We can get into this sort of back corridor, move past this little kind of nook that I saw between some of the homes. And you're able to very safely move up to the point where you're like in this little alleyway, all kind of like packed together in like a line, thinking about like your next move here. Now there's like a couple ways you can go about doing it, right? You can kind of like dash left and then like go up and then kind of like slink through this like backside here. Or you can kind of just dash right through the middle, or you could even try to like do some wonky, like around type thing, like to the right. Either way, you're going to have to make a stealth check, but I do want to know which route you choose to take. If you choose to go straight, kind of left and then up, or around.
I have an idea.
Or another one altogether, for the record.
Well, I have
Those
this
are just the obvious
pocket
ones.
full of acorns.
Oh my god.
And what I could do is throw some of them in the other direction, so the giant goes like at least looking in the other direction. Then we sneak around the back.
Okay.
Yeah. Venley, what do you think? Is that
Yeah,
good
no, I
for
think
the acorns or?
I hate it, but I think it's like not the worst idea I've ever heard. Yeah.
I could use Mage Hand and make it even farther away from us.
Oh, good. I'm gonna hand you the nuts, and you take them, and that's a good idea.
I will eat the nuts.
Okay, I'm clipping that. That's good. Welcome to the internet, Caitlin.
Can I give bardic inspiration to whoever has the lowest stealth?
Yeah. Who has the lowest stealth? Arlo has a plus. I think like a 4 or something. Valen, you have a +8. Who has the lowest stealth? Who would have the lowest stealth? I feel like Zergo. All you guys have like a decent stealth score, right?
I have +2.
Venley? Yeah, I was gonna say it's Venley, isn't it?
Yeah, give a bardic inspiration to Venley 1d8.
Thank you.
So Venley, you use Mage Hand to get like that extra distance. This like kind of rainbow hand, this like shimmering rainbow hand that's sort of dulled inside of this opaque space appears, takes the nuts. I'm a fucking child, and then throws the tree fruit.
Is this where we break him?
The tree fruit. It throws the tree fruit across the way to the other side of the treasure pile. And I'm going to say I don't really feel like I need to require you to make a roll for that. I'm going to ask for like an athletics check, or actually let's do Arcana. I feel like that makes sense because you're controlling the Mage Hand. Give me an Arcana.
Oh God!
This is a degree of success for the record.
I rolled a 1.
Oh my god!
You can use the bardic inspiration if you want.
Okay. Well, so I have a +1, so that's
God.
2.
I'm.
I really use it on
I said it was a degree of success, but I didn't account for it being a natural 1. Oh no!
If I could use athletics, it'd be better. It'd be a 5.
The hand takes the collection of nuts, and it kind of leans back. It's like just like it's like a just like a wrist up to a hand, and it kind of launches itself back. And as it unfurls, it like unfurls too early, and then the nuts fall off the palm like through the fingers and then down onto the ground, clattering. As then the hand catapults, and just like nothing happens, and there's like all these. It's like all these little pitter patters against the ground. Everybody kind of stops. The hand looks at you with like depression in its fingertips as the giant slowly hear like, and it turns and like looks in your direction, and it kind of cocks its head. It sees like kind of maybe the shadowed figures of the nuts, or at least it heard the nuts as you hear those big lumbering footsteps start to approach your position.
Oh, do we
I'm
go?
happy. Oh, yeah, I'm having
Do we go?
flashbacks.
Do we try to go around the back? Do we just move?
Just run.
Okay, so we're just quickly move around that pillar thing.
Give me stealth checks as you guys are like he turns, he starts walking your direction. You're like, oh shit, and you guys all start running to get around this pillar.
This
I'm
went from
happy-
Splinter Cell to like Manhunt real
Gosh.
quick.
Just like Saturday cartoon, real fast.
I'm getting
Okay.
Venley new dice. I'm gonna send Venley new dice.
I don't think it'll help.
Venley
I think I'm
rolls
just cursed.
Venley rolls like a natural one like every session.
My stealth is a lot better though, so at least I'm
Yeah.
set.
All right, so go from did anybody get above it? I feel like a lot of people probably got above it. Anybody get above a 20?
I got a 22.
Are we?
I got a
25.
20
It's
exact.
plus 10.
The 21.
Is this including the plus?
Yeah.
Plus 10. 25.
Plus-
Oh, plus 10, I got 31.
Oh, plus 10. I
32!
got 30. Yeah, I got 32.
Yeah. You got
I
plus
got
10
a
from past
20
those traits.
exact.
Valen, do you want me to roll for you? Or you can't roll, you're driving.
He's not even here.
Oh.
Keep his D20 in the cup holder.
Well, he got a 23 on a 5 because Pass Without a Trace is like so balanced. Here he is. And then Venley, what did you get? I feel like there's a lot.
32!
Of, like, oh, why were you so stressed out? You were stressing me out for no reason. 32. So you guys, like, you do kind of like the nuts fall, the giant turns. He starts like moving in your direction very slowly. You can hear like the creak of the bones and the snap of like muscular tissue and sinew as that like massive frame starts moving. And you guys just kind of look at each other, panic, and you start moving, rushing around to the side of this pillar. You can kind of see the head of this cultist as he like walks to their side to like examine the giant. Like, what is that guy? What is the giant doing? And you guys make it to like the back side of this pillar, and you see that like you're pretty open. Do you continue to just dash for this side of the room over to the stairs up to the second level?
Yes. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna say nobody's not saying no, nobody's saying no, and I feel like Soleil kind of is taking the lead at the moment. So you guys follow
Yeah, very
Soleil. She
confidently.
continues.
Yeah.
You know the lay of the land, so I feel like everybody would kind of naturally follow you. As you guys start to dash in this direction, just as I want you guys to make a perception check. You start dashing across this opening here. You get to like the first of these strange structures. And Soleil, whatever you think the order is, I want the first two people to make a perception check. So if it's like Soleil Zergo or Soleil Arlo, whatever, I want those two people to make the perception checks.
Arlo's fast as fuck.
Arlo is super fucking quick. Yeah, that's true. So I think that's good reasoning. I feel like it could be Soleil Arlo.
I got a 24.
We're doing the stealth roll?
This is a perception.
Oh, percent. Well, I
Only
rolled a
thing I can
natural
do.
one.
Perception.
What'd you get, Arlo?
I got a natural one without anything.
Man. Luckily, Soleil did get a very high roll.
Yeah, I got a 3.
Soleil, you are rushing ahead. You know, everybody's following you. And as you get to about the edge of this strange, like magical structure, there is an opening in this building here where you see there's like a door that's kind of like loosely hanging on. It looks like it's been kind of destroyed in some type of skirmish or battle or nature or whatever. And that door like falls off the hinge and falls and hits the ground, and like dust comes up. And from right behind it, you can see like a leg has kicked that door out, and you can hear voices. And in the panic, you don't quite hear what the voices are as they come walking out. And it looks like it's two cultists. One of them is kind of like a bigger guy wrapped in the dark robes, but you can still see, like, you know, as his leg kind of came out, popped up out of the robe, big muscular thighs, like tree trunks, as he steps out into this walkway. And so you go to stop, but Arlo doesn't react quite as quick as you, and he, bam, slams into you, and you kind of fall a little bit forward. Give me an acrobatics check and or athletics, whichever one is better, Soleil.
Can I react to bumping into her too?
Can you do what, Arlo?
Can I react to bumping into her?
I got a 12.
Arlo, did you say you could? Could you react to help?
Bumping into her, yeah. I like grab her.
I'm gonna say no, because you bumped into her because you were unaware of the situation. Now that doesn't mean that there's not gonna be like an evolution of this event. You know, there's not. Let's get through it. So, like he comes slamming into you, his like big, massive body hits you in the back. You take a couple steps forward. You're not really able to catch yourself, and you kind of just fall down. You don't like crash down into the ground. You stumble forward, and you kind of like fall onto a knee, hand down on the ground. Manage to kind of catch yourself. You don't just fall onto your face, but you do hit, and there is like a little bit of dust that kind of pops up, and there's a little bit of a thudding noise as the two guys are kind of laughing, and they stop and they look in the direction of you guys. And the bigger guy looks at the other one and says, "Am I crazy, or did you hear that too?" The other one looks at him and says, "No, you're not crazy. I heard it. You go look." And he goes, "Fine." And he starts walking in the direction of you guys, and he kind of pulls out, looks like to be like some kind of black cudgel, as the second one kind of starts walking up behind him nervously, kind of like peeking over his shoulder and shit. Now, Arlo, you can attempt to help Soleil stand up. The rest of the party, you guys are like behind them. Do you immediately go to like try to maintain that you aren't found? He doesn't see you. He heard you, and he might be able to kind of see like, you know, some weird kind of murkiness in the dark. But besides, he doesn't actually know you're there. So does the rest of the party, while Soleil's in this vulnerable position, do you kind of try to move away? Get hidden behind this structure, make a beeline for like the other pathway? What's the move for the rest of the party? And if somebody wants to take lead on that decision and just say, you know, I'm going to grab the people that are behind Arlo and move this way, that's fine. We don't need to debate it for too long. And I feel like it should try to be a quick decision because it's happening quickly.
I still have a dagger of illusion, so I can cast minor illusion.
Okay.
I'm also gonna give guidance to whoever I need to.
I cast that like in front of us to like just to, like project the image behind us so that we're not there as I'm helping you up.
Project an image. What you want to project an image? What are you asking me?
Can I like project the image of what's directly behind us so it looks like we're not there as I'm helping her up and we're getting closer?
With minor illusion, you want to just kind of like put up like a wall of like just kind of like an invisibility cloak, like you can see the ground. You don't really see us.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, you put up. You can do that. You put up. It's only about it's just about the human height, and it's probably about 3 feet wide. And on inspection, it would just disappear into dust. But you put up a nice enough minor illusion where, and in this darkness too, it does create like a little half wall for you to kind of hide behind as you help Soleil onto her feet. That guy's continuing to move forward. And I'm going to make the executive decision. Nobody said anything. So I'm going to say the rest of the party moves around the other side of this strange structure. Soleil and Arlo, you two need to make stealth checks very quickly as this guy's getting a little bit close. He's getting close enough where like he could examine that minor illusion. He could potentially be within range to maybe see through the pass without a trace. So give me stealth checks as you attempt to like maybe turn and move to where the rest of the party is going.
So pass without a trace is still active?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
16.
22. I'm sorry, 23.
So Arlo, you reach down, you grab Soleil, you kind of prop her, you just kind of pick her up, prop her, and maybe pull her a little bit along as you guys then both move, like try to get us out of that naturally as much as possible, and quickly dash back as that guy, you can see over your shoulders, you're rounding that corner. That guy goes to touch that like illusion, and you drop it in that moment, and he just kind of falls through it, and you see him kind of shake his head and look around. He does kind of like feel around on the ground, and as you guys are like on the other side of this building, do you give him any time to regain his composure? Do you guys continue to make a break for it and like move down this pathway, or do you try to like wait him out and see if he'll go in a different direction and continue down the path you were previously taking, or something else entirely? What's your move?
I feel like we go, right? Like we just go.
Yeah, no. If this is the route of the giant, hell no.
We just gotta go. We're just gonna keep moving.
So you hear him kind of turn, and while he's talking to the other guy, Soleil and the rest of the group behind Soleil, you guys dash around this corner. You run straight down this pathway. You can see to the left that they're kind of in that path, but they're looking at each other. As you manage to just kind of dash through as quickly as possible, you get to the bottom of this landing that goes to the top of these stairs. And you have like a moment to breathe. Like there's nobody around. Those two guys are still back there. You don't hear them coming. You have maybe 6 to 12 seconds to kind of like collect yourself for a second, take some deep breaths. Now this path of choice is working. Do you want to continue to just, okay, we're going to take this 6 seconds, we're going to breathe, and then we're going to go for another mad dash? Is that what we're feeling like? Or do you have like another course of action you might want to take?
I mean, it's worked so far.
That's such an open fucking area, though. I mean,
Yeah, I think we'd have to.
You have to remember, keep in mind that the actual illumination of this place is more like this. So calling it an open area, while it is certainly an open area, that's not quite what it looks like. Keep that in mind.
As we were running past those houses with the blue lights, can I roll perception?
As you run past, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
We were running down that hall. Those were houses with blue lights. Right?
These structures?
Yeah.
They're not houses. There hasn't been time to investigate what is going on there. They do have some sort of magical glow, and they appear to be from your perspective and from the little bit of time you've spent, you haven't investigated them. They appear to be sealed. So they're almost they kind of have mausoleum energy to you, or some type of they're. It's not a house, that's for sure.
Where?
So, Bentley, what were you going to ask me?
We're trying to go to the church, right?
Yeah.
You guys are at this step, and you're not. I don't think you're currently trying to go to the church necessarily, get entry to the church. If I'm not mistaken, and this could be wrong, this might be an assumption. I believe you're trying to get back here to where the tunnels are.
Okay.
At this particular moment, but that might be wrong. I don't know if that's entirely true. You guys can correct me.
She told us that if we went to the church, though, that there were 12 dwarves who could potentially help us.
This is she said the shepherd's church was down the tunnel. There's a different church that's underground. This is not that church.
Oh, so we don't want to go there yet. Okay, got it.
I don't know that.
I know there could be goodies.
I mean,
in
it's heavily fortified, so there's something we gotta go in there and see.
Is that? I mean,
that's just the gamer in me saying it because there's a
right?
giant and there's ballistas up top. We have got to get in there somehow.
I am a little interested in what's inside there.
Yeah, regardless of what we do, I could potentially cast Hex on the giant and give him disadvantage on wisdom skill checks.
Y'all just want to go straight to the church? We can do it.
I mean, this is me everywhere.
Could we peek inside? That's all I'm saying. Crack a window, something, dust off, and be like, "That's a no," or we could do it.
So
you're saying, can we sneak up, get a vantage point, and look into the building and see what's going on in there, and then make an informed decision?
Yeah.
Don't just knock on the door.
I mean, Zergo will knock on that door right now. He doesn't care.
Oh, I know. Okay.
He'll be like, "All right, this is what the group wants to do. Let's do it."
If I did cast Hex, would the giant know that I did?
I do believe. Let me just read Hex real quick.
Is it verbal, somatic?
All of the above.
Yeah, it takes
verbal,
a little
somatic, and material.
Takes a little bit of each.
But be
a lot
90
of
feet away.
a lot of spells specifically charm person and stuff like that specifically say that this guy knows it once the spell is over. Hex doesn't say that, so I have no reason to believe that Hex would make the person aware of the fact that they are hexed as the spell is written.
Okay. I could I could do that if people are game, regardless of whether like we fight it or not.
It'll make his perception lower.
Yeah. I could give him disadvantage on wisdom ability checks.
Yeah, I think that's a fine. I don't think it's the. It could be like a waste of a spell slot, like worst case scenario.
Yeah, I was about to say that's completely up to you. You're the one rocking the spell slot.
I have ways that I can get more spells.
That's true. And you actually, it's been a while. Do you know how many times? Just as this isn't the time. Do you remember how many times you've done that? 5 times?
Oh gosh, I don't know anymore because there were a lot of the fights that we did while in the tower. I think I used it at least once each fight.
Did you always tell me, or was that something that sometimes you did?
I think I would mention it. I don't know if I would specifically say it, but because I had to summon the 2 tentacles.
Yeah. I know you did it. I think you did it in the tower at least twice.
Yeah.
I will say this. I think you've done it between 5 and 7 times. I'm not sure which one it is. Definitely keep track. Like, put somewhere on your character sheet, or mark next to the spell that you've done it. Actually, you've had some really big sacrifices, haven't you? Like, not like HP wise, right?
Yeah, there's been a few times that I rolled like 6.
And your clutch leveled up once, right?
Yeah.
Because okay. All right, cool. Yeah. Okay. Don't keep track of how many times you've done it. Keep track of how much HP you've sacrificed. I should be more specific. Okay. Thank you. All right. That's probably not important. Anyway.
Not foreboding at all.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm
yeah. Sure.
Think, fuck the church and investigate this.
Oh, this horrible church just reminded me. Anyway. So do we want to? Why don't we start? Let's do it. Why don't we start off with why don't we do stealth checks?
All right. I'm gonna cast.
Let's keep it easy breezy
on it.
Okay. So once you get into range, let me see what 90 feet. It's 90 feet. So let's see where that puts you. So pretty much like once you get up them stairs and then about 20 or 30 feet out, once you pass the ruined foundation of this home here, you will be able to, you'll have the spell prepped. You cross over, you'll hit him with that hex. So go ahead and give me stealth checks, everybody.
Crit 20. Let's go.
20 total.
Hell yeah. So that puts you at what, Jax? Like 47?
I think I get like a plus 3 for stealth, but with the plus 10 I get a 33. I'll give myself guidance though.
Valen's back in. I'll roll for you, Valen. Sorry, you were in the back seat. You can always send me a Discord or something. Valen got a 20. He rolled a 2. Got a fucking 20.
Let's go.
Pass that trace, buddy boy. Yeah. So did anybody did anybody get below a 14?
I got 13.
Oh my god, Fedley, why?
I rolled a 1 because I'm cursed.
Unbelievable. Do you have guidance?
Do I?
Yes.
You do.
Yes, you got a plus 3.
Okay. That's 16.
God damn it, Fedley. Take your medicine.
It wore off.
It's only been 15 minutes.
It's not the extended release time.
Hits me all at once. I get 1 check. That's it.
That rapid release.
So as you guys move up, Venley, you hex the giant. You did still get a 16. Okay, you're good on the 16 with the disadvantage. If you didn't hex him, he would have seen you. You guys go past this foundation. You don't move through it. It's like all crumbled and not safe. It would have been like, a difficult terrain. So you move around that thing and you kind of stick close to this side of the structure. You get past these houses and you get to this middle area. and you feel like in here for a moment, like there isn't anybody immediately around that you're aware of to spot you. And there is like a clear line of sight or a clear pathway to move to the church. And you can see that there is windows, like there are openings that you can see inside. Who do you all want to go together to go look through the windows? Does one person want to go to look through the window? How do you guys want to do it? It
Maybe the
is.
most stealthy people.
I don't mind doing it.
I will say
That is
this.
the most observant.
I mean,
I will
I
say
do.
this: if you guys if you guys going together might actually be a good move because it is 90 feet away. So if Soleil like stays back, or if Soleil goes, or whoever is left behind, or whoever somebody's gonna
Loses the
lose
bonus.
pass without a trace. Yeah.
I got a question. Are these buildings that we're hiding behind similar to the ones we just ran past on the lower level? Are they like sealed up? No way of looking in?
No, you could these homes are pretty disheveled, broken up. Like you'd be able to look inside of them with they're probably like whole walls missing, and you would just see like a ruined home. There would be like signs of violence, maybe dried blood, belongings just strewn about, but nothing that is there wouldn't be at this particular moment anything. You would be able to look inside, and you wouldn't see any bad people. You wouldn't see any fucked up shit. At least
Wouldn't
not
see
right.
anything worthwhile, really.
Yes. If you would have, I would have thrown it. I would have been like, "Hey, there's a big Jack guy coming out of this house."
Fuck yes.
What was that, Sergo? Did something happen?
Zergo wants to fight Jack again.
Wait, did you say me?
No, laughing, smiling, laughing.
Oh,
Jack,
laughing
whatever.
Jack.
I didn't say Jack. I said Jack. That wasn't.
My
Jack.
bad. I was looking at my
He-
character
he-
sheet.
He was being brain controlled, guys. Can you stop putting minis down?
Yes, I can now.
That's like 8.
I can't see, and I know what's happening.
I'm gonna say that I feel like. Do you guys know that you have to stay near Soleil to keep the pass without a trace, and you guys, I feel like you would know that, and you would probably choose to stay together. Now, Soleil, you know that you saw at least 4 people about the church. Like there was one guy with the giant out front. There was a guy on the roof. There was a guy by the spiraling stairs that go up into forever. You're pretty positive you saw at least 4 guys that were like about the church on the outside. As you guys move up and look inside the church, there's several windows that you can peek through to kind of get like a vantage point and then like an angle. You can see that there is like glowing light, like these dark green crystals, and there is like a dead tree that is like growing up out of the floor. And in front of it, there is a woman who's like on her knees and like she has her hands up and she is chanting something. You guys could do a comprehend languages, perhaps. And then there are about, I think there's 8. I think you're right, Sergo. I think it's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 cultists inside of the structure that are like sitting on pews with like their heads down. And they like maybe their hands up like near their neck, or some form of that, or like their hands in their lap or something. And there's this woman at the front who is chanting something and kind of like in front of this tree. And there are these like dark green crystals that are kind of pulsating with light, illuminating the space and then darkening and then illuminating and darkening. I can take a perception check for one. And then if somebody has comprehend languages, you could potentially understand her.
I have comprehend language. I can.
So she is doing a some type of like ritual spell of some kind. Even with comprehend languages on, the language that she's speaking, she's saying like words that by themselves have very little. It's not like a congruent sentence. It seems like she is saying things that really have not much meaning by themselves. Like she might say like death, decay, unlife, no growth, just words that, like I said,
wither and bloom.
yeah, shit like that. But then she will she says like this like string of words that by themselves, you know, combined into a sentence. It's not even a proper sentence structure. This lady's like, something wrong with this lady. She ends that chant with Father Neshrek, I beseech thee, from your ash gardens in purgatory, see me, bless me. And then the rest of the people in this group will say something. You guys, whoever's got comprehension language, will understand this, but the other people wouldn't. The rest of them say, like, quietly, bless me. And then she would then say like another string of words that really don't have any meaning. And then she would repeat that last part of that phrase.
Road, bro.
Didn't we hear Nezrak? Wasn't that a thing we heard? Or am I making that up? Is that a
No, you
name
heard that.
we heard?
Yeah, you heard that. Very specifically, Jackson Valen know like a little bit about Neshrak. He is like considered the very little information I gave them. This cult is around Neshrak, and he is considered like an old god. Like he doesn't currently have power in the divine structure of the current cosmology, but he was at one point like a death god who ruled over a plane called. I mean, I don't think they actually would have known any more than that. They would know that he's an old god. He's a dead god. These guys worship him. Is like the limit of that knowledge that they would have been able to glean from their military experience.
So does it look like, because it looks like there's plant growth in there, does it look like the plants are growing or does it look like they're dying?
Give me a perception check.
Natural 20.
Let's go.
I'm back for this one roll.
I'm
It's
back,
only
baby.
perception. It's only perception.
As you're moving up, you could feel that pulse strengthening. Still faint. And as you get close to this church, you can tell that this is the emanation. This is the point. This is the center point of that pulse. And as you look through the window and you see this like growth, you see this like massive tree that's kind of rising up out of the ground here. You see that as she's doing this on that natural 20, as the light illuminates and darkens and the space becomes pitch black and then lights up, you can see that this tree, this fragment of the heartwood tree, is trying desperately to grow. The heartwood tree, as you know, it's like in this constant state of growth and death. Like whole portions of it will slop off, and then in that same instance, like, you know, hundreds or millions of new growths will appear back in the heart. You know, in the heartwood tree, the actual back in the Usagi forest, the heartwood tree itself is miles wide. It is a monstrously large tree, and this growth from this underground root is much smaller in comparison. It's the size of a large tree, and it seems like she is like siphoning life from the tree in very rapid succession. So she's like drawing power from the tree withers and dies, and then it immediately struggles back to life, in which point she does this casting, this ritual again, and drains that life, and then it dies, and then over and over again.
Oh, I feel like I would be like, hold me back, bitch. Like, hold me back. I will.
Let me find out Soleil's a boss ass bitch.
I don't want to assume Bentley told me like what she was doing, but it sounds like I can see that she's actively trying to kill my tree.
Yeah, I really think definitely would. I think she's like quietly muttering whatever she says. It's like, I think this lady is having a stroke.
On that natural 20, an important little bit of information that I will say. The woman who is doing this thing, when the light illuminates and you can see her, she herself appears to be like in this fluctuation state as well, like along with the tree. She like siphons life from the tree begins to like wither and die, and then the woman herself kind of like blooms into life, like her skin becomes anew, her like hair like illuminates almost with color, like with this like bright golden sort of color. For like a moment she has like this beauty, and then the tree springs back to life, and it seems like in that moment like that like her skin like flecks away and reveals this horrible visage underneath of this like grayed skin, like mottled hair that's like barely hanging on, flesh that like reeks. You can see like creatures moving about beneath her skin. Some fucked up shit going on with that lady. And I will say, like, maybe you give me a history check, but I feel like it would be pretty fair. Actually, Shathra is with you, and I feel like it's not above assuming that she would tell you that that this is Malissandra, the Dread Caller. Which is the lady Marianne spoke about Malissandra. How Malissandra introduced her to the shepherd.
That's right. I'll say quietly, but guys, I want to kill this lady right now. She is trying to kill this tree right now, like stealing the life from it.
If we kill her
right now, but
if we kill her, I could get her. I could get her shadow.
Could we bar the doors, maybe? If we can get in there and bar any of them from getting out, maybe.
And set it on fire. No? Oh.
But then the tree would burn, wouldn't it?
Okay, little.
Continue to grow. I mean,
kill one person.
Little pyro.
Jeez. Does these windows look like they can be budged at all?
I mean, you fucking threw that door.
Yeah, I know I did, but I'm talking about in general.
They're metal. They're made of iron, probably, and they are inside of the mortar of the stone. But I mean, I would say that Arlo, Zergo together, you couldn't just like open them. You'd make an.
We're making noise. We're gonna like Kool-Aid man this.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Yeah. It's definitely much. I would say that Arlo busting through a wall is essentially D&D's version of the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he does hand out tasty beverages.
He's effectively the Kool-Aid Man for all intents and purposes.
I'm about to hop off for a bit too. Perfect moment.
See you, Kool-Aid Man. Hurry back.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
It's Thanos.
Oh yeah.
After going through the wall.
So do we want to do this now? Because I'm game. As you see Zergo like creeping toward the door, just looking for like an okay to do this.
I mean,
if you say she has to die, I think she has to die.
She has to die. I mean, she might be the worst person I've ever seen, ever.
All right, he will try to rip the door off.
Oh, the window. Okay, we're doing it.
Fuck
oh
it.
Man.
Hey, no one said no.
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah, no one's stopping us.
You guys are choosing hard mode boss battle though. Let's fucking go. Athletics check.
Can we do it together?
Fuck it. Yeah, why not? You can either help Zergo or you guys can both roll. Whichever way you want to do it.
I'm gonna roll too.
Not my best, but still really good. You're 27.
God damn.
While they're doing that, or before they're doing that, I'm gonna look at Celine and be like, I know last fight was not great. Do you need healing? Like, be honest for the tree.
Oh shit! I do need healing. Yeah, absolutely.
You have like 8 H. You have like 8
I was
HP.
like so low. Yeah.
There
I
is a
do.
healing potion just hanging off the back of like Zergo's armor. Full armor.
Yeah, I'll also while we're healing, I'll also do a healing word on myself.
Okay,
Alright.
cool. I'm gonna.
Hold on.
Cure-
Are you sure? Because the healing
Cure
potion's
wounds, cure
right
wounds.
there. And it saves you a spell slot.
Well, I think healing word. Oh no, it does. Okay, yeah, I'll take the
1d4.
potion instead. Yeah, I'll take the potion.
I'm gonna do a blood freely given to get a third level spell slot. Ooh, that's 5.
Nice.
One problem at a time, please.
And so that I'll do a third level healing word until oh crap, I rolled like shit.
Just do cure wounds, guys. Why are you doing a lesser
Because
version of
spell
the?
slot.
I'm not a cleric! I don't
Yeah, I
have cure wounds!
Yeah, I don't have cure wounds.
Don't.
I
I
think the
wouldn't
only
waste your
reason why Bentley can heal is because of her.
your clutch.
I can also
Yeah.
give her like 10 points of healing flat, but she's going to eat 10 berries and be full for a very long time.
I can just use a second level slot and do cure wounds.
Okay, you want me to roll it?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Is that 2d8 plus nothing, right?
It should be
nothing
plus
modifier.
5.
Plus 5.
Plus 5, yeah.
I haven't played in forever, and I don't usually use. So that's gonna be 15. From
If you
Valen.
guys want to use cure healing word or whatever, you can now. It's just
Well, I already rolled mine.
All right, boys.
I'm just gonna add
Roll.
it. And
Why don't you guys take 5 minutes? I'm gonna set up your minis. I'm gonna change the boss battle music here. Why don't you guys go get a drink, bathroom, whatever.
keep driving.
keep driving. Hang
Hey,
out. whatever.
you'll make it like mid battle, early on.
I still got
see you
45
using your
more
turn
minutes.
signal, so
Damn.
that's positive.
you get 8
Yeah.
more points of healing.
Thank
If
you
I-
so
if
much.
I'm not one by the time you do initiative.
All right, so let me crank up.
I can give you some too. Hold up.
I am driving a Mustang, so I have to let people know before I hit them.
So like, I can give you 10 more points of healing if you need more.
As long as you're not using a spell slot, that would take me to full if you did that.
I mean, it would, but I mean, I have a couple first level. I would only need to use like 1 or 2 for battle because I only need it for arcane weapon.
If anyone
Okay.
else,
Because I don't use spells in battle. I only use it to like buff my attacks.
Yeah, that would take me back to full with that 10.
Okay, yeah, I'll give that then too.
Okay, thank you guys so much. I forgot I was so low from our last.
I forgot that I'm literally dead.
Whoopsies.
I'm like one bad day away from just death. All right.
Yeah, I probably would have been one hit out if you had not reminded me. So thank you, Bentley.
The dog's trying to rip Soleil in half was dramatic.
That was really awful. It was really awful.
Wish they had more drow options. Just regular old elves. All right, drow. Shathra. Here, little tiny lady. And then I need robot. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna like be totally good. Everything's gonna be fine.
I'll see you at 10:30.
Okay, Matt, are you? Can you hear me, Matt? Do you have any questions or anything? Oh, I can't hear you. You aren't muted, but I can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Oh, wait. Maybe
Hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right, I had phantom power off of my mic. That's why.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it does it. No, not really. I was trying to figure out some resolution stuff and basically like how much bandwidth and whatnot I can. Like we had like 2 or 3 TVs going and my computer, and then I was FaceTiming my daughter and stuff. So I was kind of pushing bandwidth to do so. Yeah.
No worries. I was just checking in. Feel free to you don't need to be. It's all good. If at the end, I don't know if you heard me in the beginning or not.
I did.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Thanks for being here.
I'm just gonna say I already sent it in Discord. I'll turn on my mic so people know what I look like. Like, this is really fun watching you work, dude. You're really good at this, and this is really entertaining. So thanks.
No, thank you for being here. Thank you for lying to me. I love that for me.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
And this is
I
what
hope-
I've really been doing. So anyway, no. All right, I'll stop.
No, you're good, man. I hope that you. I don't know what the hell I could possibly teach somebody, but I hope that you learn something. I hope you learn what not to do.
No, there's a lot. Like we'll talk about it later. I'm sure like your players feel the same way about this as I do. It's just excuse me. It's just kind of how smooth you are at everything and how you're just kind of unflappable. It's like, oh, okay, we're doing this now.
Except for
and
nuts.
yeah, it's really cool. So
The nuts got me though. That was
the nuts was funny.
not my best moment. the nuts slapped me up a little bit, but
It is okay to be human. So, all right.
it just really got me. I don't know what about. I've already done a nuts joke. I don't know why that one did it for me, but
Yeah, the
we
whole
broke Peyton last week too.
oh yeah, what was that one? That one was tough.
I think it might have been my Marianne voice, or
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
or the
It was
or the
really
twist,
good.
or the twisted tea with the red hair.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it
Man,
was.
Yeah, I'm so sad I didn't get that. So sad I didn't get that. That is like one of the biggest regrets of my whole life. That was so good. You have to do that again artificially just so I can record it.
Oh God.
just be
Okay.
like- It's so funny.
Oh God. All right. One day I'll do it. We'll see.
No, you can't do it now because I'm gonna be like, it's not gonna be the same. It's ruined. I just
No. I'm gonna wait like months.
Ruined
Don't
it.
wor-
Yeah,
gonna be
wait,
like
a whole
months.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah, pull it out when I least expect it.
for sure.
All right, is everybody back? Are we ready to? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm nervous. God.
I feel like Soleil wouldn't be able to just walk away from that. Like, I don't think she could just be like, "Oh, it's fine. I'm just gonna let her do her thing, and I'll come back."
Well, if we fit, this is exciting. This is exciting. I miss. Oh man. Woo. Jax, we got you.
Oh yeah. Are you talking about for the roll?
I don't think you need to roll. Or Arlo got a 21 and Zergo got a 23. Is that right? For the
Oh,
athletic?
for pulling the door.
Oh,
yeah.
athletics, 27.
27. I'm pretty sure
16
Arlo
plus 11.
I'm pretty sure Arlo got a 21 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I'm like probably near the back, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
I
like
put
watching
you-
with my sniper.
I put you in the back. I put you
Yeah.
back this way. I will say you probably could actually like literally walk up these and then have cover and be here. I don't know if that's I don't know, like that seems kind of like you
That's
might,
what I do.
I feel like you might, yeah.
Or
Yeah,
we
if I could
be
get
on the
cover, I
ground.
want to have like a lookout, like looking in like directly once they open the door.
Do you want to ready in action to blast a motherfucker?
Oh, okay. Quick question to the party: are we just attacking straight up, like just straight
Yes.
out the gate? Once, okay, yeah. I'm
I'm ripping a
action
window out of foundation.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, what-
I'm gonna then cast arcane weapon, just like right now, and I am going. Oh, I'm trying to think what damage I should do here. I'm gonna do fire damage.
I will say, does anybody else want to do any preparatory spells or anything? So
I
I feel
want to
like,
ready the wind blade.
all right, you pull out the hilt, the wind erupts out. Soleil, what's your ready?
I want to ready call lightning on top of, like, when I see the woman. I want to call lightning right on top of her.
I don't actually think. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. You could get a vantage point to do that. I can switch your spot with Venli's spot, and you can do that.
Okay.
Actually, so I'll move that here, and Venli is here. Venli, do you want do you have any self buff you want to do, or like ready an action?
Honestly, I just kind of want to ready an Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also
shield!
want,
Can I cast shield on myself?
no. That's
Don't
a
cast
reaction.
shield.
No.
Don't cut. Yeah,
Oh.
it is a reaction. Shield lasts
Oh.
for a turn, so it ends at the beginning of the next turn of your next turn. So definitely don't use that. I actually don't
Got
know.
it, got it.
I guess technically you can't use it, but that seems kind of weird.
Yeah. Can I also ready hex as a bonus
Hex?
action?
You want to ready
Yep.
hex? Are you doing it on the lady?
Yes.
All right, I got to move
On the
you then.
lady.
You're going to have to be in this pocket here behind Arlo to have that be an option.
I'm gonna do armor
okay.
of Agathis.
All right, Armor of Agathis. Arlo is going to like take a nice little sippy sip. And then you and him grab this giant iron window and with like all of your strength, push it forward. You hear the mortar begin to crumble, the iron begin to groan, and in one spell swoop, the two of you, this happens over the course of like a second. It rips off and you throw it forward, and this guy, this poor bastard, has to make a dexterity saving throw. He got a 16, a 21, and a 27. I'm going to say he actually also is disadvantaged because I don't think he would have seen that coming. So he does get the 16. He tries. That big iron window comes falling towards him. You see him kind of turn his head, yell, and he tries to jump back, but it kind of catches his lower half. And that's going to be above a 15, 2 times, 3 times. It's going to be 4d8 bludgeoning damage. 15 points of bludgeoning damage as he gets kind of crushed by that gate, knocked prone. And then let's go through that order of events here. So we got gate is gone. You guys have an entry point into the building. Valen, you hex Malissandra. She doesn't make a save for that, correct?
No, but
This
she
just
does.
happened.
Yeah, actually it happens, but she does get disadvantage on a attribute of my choosing.
She's going to be making a call lightning here, which I think is Dex.
So is it Dex?
I think it's Dex, but it might be Con. What is
Yeah,
call
so
lightning? Is that a Dex save? Soleil?
For call lightning,
Yeah, it's a Dex save, right?
yes,
Yep.
it is 14.
All right, so you give her Dex.
Dexterity. Yep.
All right, she's going to have disadvantage on Dexterity. I think that then Soleil, call lightning. As you put your hand up, that door crashes down, and you already have the spell kind of prepared as you fill the room with this black cloud, and it would effectively take up pretty much the whole space. I will go ahead and say that. It's 60-foot sphere, right? Or is it a 20-foot sphere with a 60-foot range?
Let me double check. 10 feet tall, 60-foot radius.
Yeah, that's pretty big. So you take up like most of the church. You can actually hit 2 people, so that's 2 Dex saves. She'll do it at disadvantage. And she fails. She got a natural 20 and a 4. And then the other dude does succeed. But go ahead and give me that damage.
15.
15 points of damage as you fill the room with this black cloud. That grate comes falling down, and right in that moment when there's that crash and there's like this cloud of dust, everybody turns, and then there's just this as the rubble flies up. The Malissandra takes like a bunch of rubble, electric shock through her body. You see that like lively flesh get like seared away, revealing this like undead roiling flesh beneath. And this guy, he does manage to kind of jump back quickly in that moment and turn. And then Jax, you get a shot. Let me see what your vantage point looks like here.
So, quick question: since
Yeah.
do I get 2 attacks, or is it just like one thing?
You're ready,
It was a ready
you can
action.
shoot Malissandra. You can
Well,
shoot.
'cause- Well, I'm asking since it's an action, do I get like multi-attack like I normally do, or is it just 1 attack?
I don't believe you get 2 attacks.
Okay,
Nobody
that's fine.
actually-
Because
go ahead.
this is
Just
like
go ahead.
this
Go
is
ahead
like
and
a
roll.
surprise round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm doing sharpshooter. I rolled a 20
Yeah,
Is that
so
it?
that's 20 depth. Yeah, it hits.
Oh my god, I rolled a 1 on both fucking dice. Oh my god. That's incredible.
Man, that
So
sucks.
that's 14 damage with sharpshoot. That's incredible. Oh my god.
So a blue beam, this like blue condensing with this, shoots out from your gun, and strikes her like in the shoulder, and it rips through her, and that like dead flesh kind of disintegrates, and you see her kind of fall back a bit, and as she kind of turns, new flesh kind of grows over. And now, Venli, you did ready an Eldritch Blast. Who can you see? You are so short. I don't know. You're looking at. I don't know that you can actually shoot.
Oh no.
Hold on. I could always have moved you up. That might be on me because you would have been like here. If you're here, which seems more fair, you can shoot this guy back here.
This also doesn't matter too much, but I did an extra 3 damage because of arcane weapon. I forgot about it.
Okay. Thank you. 3 more points of damage. So she took 15 and 17.
Alright. So it still gets 2 blasts, right? Because it's like the same.
I will say because it's a spell, it's 1 attack action, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 14 and 10 to hit.
14 hits, 10 does not hit.
Okay. That's fair. And 7 points of damage.
As a sparkling blast of that like rainbow energy rushes from your hand, the one kind of bolts off to the side, crashing into the stone. Dust flies, stones fly. So he kind of ducks to the side. The second one managed to kind of strike him in the chest and send him taking a few steps back as you guys roll initiative.
Woohoo!
I need to roll 3 initiatives. They didn't do too well on my side. All right. Anybody above a 20?
Jack's got a dirty 20.
Anybody above that?
22 for Zergo.
I'm going to roll for Arlo. I don't actually know what his bonus is. He got a natural 1. Isn't that nice? Nice and easy. Put him at the bottom. Zergo got 22. Jack's got a 20. Nobody got higher than 22 or 21? Who got higher than 15?
18.
Okay, that's good. You guys are making me nervous. Zergo 22, Jack's 20, Soleil 18. Anybody around 15, 14? All right. Malissandra 14. Above 10? Guys! Oh no. Okay.
Wait, did you roll for Valen?
Oh, thank you. Let's see.
Thank you.
Oh my god, he got a natural 1 too.
No.
I'm not kidding. Oh my god.
Are you wanting a TP?
Oh no! Oh no! This sucks. How could this happen?
How could
The weighted one-sided.
He's just rolling a d20 with all ones on it.
So we got I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure what's wrong. Venli, what did you get?
4.
Okay, so then it's Culty Bad Boys with a 7. And then Venli at a 4. And Shafra, actually. Man,
If I rolled a 1, if I rolled a 1 and I have a 4.
Okay. which means you're technically before Valen or Venley, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah, I have higher dex than her.
Valen, Venley. Shathra got a 4 as well, so she's actually after Valen. Okay, so top of the order is Zergo. You throw that iron window off with Arlo. The room is open to you. See one guy get kind of crushed beneath it. What do you do?
Well, he is going to go into a rage, and his hands turn into claws again, and he is going to pounce on the prone cultist.
You jump on top of that iron gate. He kind of groans as the pressure crushes him as you go ahead and start tearing into him with your claws.
The first one is 19 plus 9, so I'm assuming that'll hit. Second attack is 23.
Yep,
Hit,
that'll
and
do it.
Third attack is 27 to hit.
Yep. Yep.
$35 slashing damage.
Buddy. You just jump on top. He's like, ah! As you reach down and just slash into his chest, slash him across the face, and then with the claws kind of go through the neck. And your hand is so big that you kind of just cut the head off almost. It's still attached, but barely. And he's like 100% dead. He's beyond dead.
He'll use the rest of his movement to go closer to the people on the opposite side of the building. Not the main woman, but keep the focus of the other cultists.
Ad, you're gonna get the ads.
Yeah.
You're the off tank for this fight. You're gonna get all the ads. I like that. Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Bonus action. You bonus action raged, attacked. Okay. Jax. It's your turn. You still have a line on Malissandra. And actually, I think that's really the only person you actually do have a line on at this moment without using movement.
Yeah, I think I'm just on attack her anyway, so I'm just going to have my advantage, and I'm going to use sharpshooter again. And I'm going to shoot 2 shots. So for the first one... Oh, I got a crit 20 on the second one. Let's go. The first one, though, that is a 19.
19, she will cast shield. So you take the first shot, she puts her hand up, and this dark field kind of appears around here. That blue beam of energy strikes into that thing, kind of bounces off. The shield sparks into life, and then you line up, you pull that trigger, and this condensed beam shoots. It hits that shield, pierces through it, hits her. She keeps her hand up as that shield kind of reforms, but not in time to stop her from taking that damage. Go ahead and tell me how much that was.
That would be 52 damage with the sharpshooter too.
Damn.
Because I don't add the sharpshooter twice, right, for criticals. I think that would be too broken.
Sharpshooter's just a flat 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would not add because it's a flat number. If you rolled, then you would, but because it doesn't have a max or minimum.
I didn't though, but it's still 52. But
yeah, that's huge. She has the hand up, and as she's holding the hand up and that bolt pierces through the shield, it hits her in the arm, and it just kind of rips through her arm. That bubbles and boils and bursts away, all the way down to the chest, as her chest just kind of explodes into ash as that bolt pierces through her, and then flesh kind of forms and bubbles and regrows into a new arm. as she puts that hand back up and that shield reforms. Do you want to use any movement or the robot?
Other than Zergo, no one's pushing up as of now, right?
Not yet. No, you're kind of high in the initiative order, unfortunately. Or fortunately,
Does it seem...
however you want to look at it.
Okay, because like I know for a fact that on top of Brayden's character, on top of him is my homunculus servant.
Okay.
I don't know if my other machine would follow someone unless like someone squishy went forward, like Soleil or like Balin or Bentley.
Yeah.
But like if it's like Zergo or Arlo, I think that my little servant will stay by me.
Okay.
If any, I want to prepare an action though. Like if anyone gets close, I want the Iron Defender to attack it.
Okay. You want to put him? Do you want to put the Iron Defender like kind of in the front, or just kind of leave him where he is, or her where she is?
I kind of want it so that she could be within 5 feet of like everyone, kind of, so that she can use the defense if possible.
So where she is at is actually pretty good then. She's
yeah.
Okay. So then at the end of your turn, you're gonna stay up on that vantage point for now.
Yeah, I like the cover.
Okay, Soleil, it's your turn.
Okay, so at the beginning of my turn, they'll take the lightning damage from the storm.
Dex save, correct?
Yes, 14.
Oh, she actually got a. She has disadvantage. Don't forget. Fails.
Okay.
How much damage was that?
Let's see. That will be 21 points of damage.
Nice. Is that another bolt of lightning crashes down? That's a bonus action, correct?
Yes, since it's already up.
Yeah, another bolt of lightning comes crashing down before she even really had time to react. She's been shot 2 times, hit with multiple bolt of lightning. As that bolt of lightning comes down, it kind of singes off now this like dead skin. And it's like it reveals like this meat beneath, and you see like beneath the skin there are like these bugs that get seared away as that rotten skin quickly regrows after it's been blasted off by this bolt of lightning. What do you do the rest of your turn?
I don't know if this is going to do anything, but yeah, I don't know. I guess it's worth a try. Can I cast daylight on the area where she is? I'm assuming undead things, especially in the dark, probably don't like a lot of light, so I'll give it a try.
Let me just check daylight real quick.
Is it concentration?
That's what I'm checking. I'm checking to make sure it is. It is not.
It's not.
No.
It's an action.
But where are you placing it?
What's that?
Where are you placing it?
On her.
How far away am I from her?
So the range is 60 feet, and it's a 60 foot like sphere.
There's a save to that as well, isn't there?
Let me see.
I think we might get blinded.
The sphere is light and sheds dim light for an additional 60 feet. If you choose a point or an object or holding one, the light shines from the object and moves with it. No, it doesn't say. No, it doesn't say it would cause blindness.
It would remove the darkness
magical darkness.
Yeah. I will say, Soleil, I'm just going to say it. I don't think that that would actually apply like a mechanical benefit at this particular moment.
Okay. I was hoping they'd be like, "Move my eyes," and you know.
Did the fire damage from?
There is a spell that does that. It's not daylight. Daylight counters the darkness spell, and it could be good against it could be good against like very particular enemies like drow or creatures that have like really high dark vision. Like it can be a really useful spell. In this particular instance, I don't want you to waste the spell slot. I think.
Yeah. No, thank you. All right, then.
Is the fire damage effective?
Yeah, from my shot.
How much fire damage did you deal?
It was 5.
I will say that no, fire damage wouldn't be. If anybody, I'm not gonna. Fire damage would be normal. It would deal a regular amount of damage.
Okay.
I feel like their necromancers necrotic damage isn't going to do as much to them either. I'm just going to
Radiant
guess.
word. Radiant.
We need a cleric.
I can't do radiant damage. I think I can use like a
Vis-
radiant shine, like when people get near me, but it's like a reaction.
All right. I guess I'll try. Nope. Oh, man, I don't know. I'll try. I'll do Wither and Bloom on her.
Okay.
It's necrotic damage, but that seems nice. It's a con save 14.
Seems thematic.
Yeah.
Seems oddly thematic. Okay. Let's see what she gets. I was reading the spell. She got a natural 1.
Okay. All right. That's positive. Let's see.
That's nice.
It's not a ton of damage, but okay, 10. That's not bad. 10 damage, and then I think that's probably all that I can do.
You kind of point, and this like bending light kind of rushes from you towards the area, and it kind of bursts. And as it washes over her, the decaying skin kind of like rips off. Some of the meat beneath rots away before you hear her. She does take some damage, not as much as you would like, as that like decay state seems pretty okay with her. And this time she doesn't even, she lets that disgusting visage of this like skinless humanoid remain.
Cool. And nobody's hurt yet? I don't think anyone's taken any damage yet. So,
Not
okay.
yet.
All right, I'm good then.
Okay. The part that I was stressed about.
So Arlo's back.
Arlo, you are back.
Bro really just came back to die. This is...
Arlo, you're dead. Congratulations. Can't wait to kill you. She kind of like, you rip off all the skin. You've hit her multiple times, and she kind of sits there for a second. You hear like some pops and groans and some snaps of meat as she kind of laughs to herself a bit, and she kind of floats off the ground just ever so slightly as she moves forward, and she gets right in that doorway where you guys are. And she's going to put herself like right in front of you guys. And then, oh my god, that's so big. She's going to go. I don't like that. I just said that. Yeah, she is going to.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure someone's going to attempt to do something about this. I think.
Does it get in the range of my Iron Defender, or does it stop before it?
I do have a 3rd level spell slot for this.
And we have the scroll, right? Of the counterspell scroll?
She forms the air in front of her
do.
condenses into ice. And she says, die. And then she goes to release this spell. Do you guys do anything about it? She is casting a 5th level spell.
Can I
Does the
counterspell it?
counterspell work?
From the scroll?
Yeah, because we do have the scroll.
Yeah, it should work.
Should we use it on that? I mean, I think we probably
Yes.
should, but
I'm the only one not getting hit by that right now.
is that hitting all of us too?
Yes, that's hitting all of you guys.
Yep,
Okay,
use
well,
it.
Yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
a
use it.
fatal funnel right now, unfortunately.
I'm gonna use the
So-
scroll of counterspell.
Okay. You have to make a roll. You have to roll for it. And it's going to be plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay, so +7. Is it D20?
It's a D20. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't be a plus. It should be your spellcasting ability. So whatever your charisma score is.
Or
Oh,
intelligence.
intelligence. So I got a
Yes, intelligence.
13.
You are using the scroll.
Yeah.
You see her
Can I-
doing this, and you instinctively reach for that scroll. You go to open it, and you quickly read the words on it to activate the scroll. The scroll lights up, and that magic diminishes, and you see that explosion of energy continues.
Oh, great. Oh, we just wasted it now. Oh,
Can
that's
I-
amazing.
Do I have counterspell?
I hope so. Let's see.
It couldn't have just been like, no. It had, that's
Wait. You're a bard. Okay, you have a bard.
Do I have counterspell?
In third level spell slots.
Yeah, I have one left.
You don't have counterspell.
Fuck!
You have mass healing words. You have tiny hut. You have intellect fortress, and you have sending.
He's about to use mass healing word.
He's about to use mass healing.
Well,
You ain't wrong.
I'm the only one not getting
yeah,
hit by
about
this.
to use that mass
Fucking
healing
hell.
word.
All of
How
you,
much
every
damage?
single one of you, including Shathra, has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
And I'm
Shathra
guessing
failed.
I'm
Shathra
guessing I
failed.
can't use can't use absorb elements.
Peyton,
either.
I need to make two of Peyton, and I need to make two of them because I'm concentrating on Hex.
Yes. The DC for the Constitution saving throw is 17.
7.
I just got an 18.
Can I give
Yes,
myself
Hex.
guidance?
You
Is
already
that
used
not
your
a thing?
reaction.
Oh, true. That is true. I got a 15. Man.
Fail. Shathra failed. Arlo succeeded.
I rolled a 1.
Bentley failed.
I failed.
Solely failed. Iron Defender.
Let me roll. I forgot about him.
And then Valen. Give me a roll for you, Valen. I still need to roll for you.
A 19.
Valen failed. Iron Defender succeeded. That's good.
That is so many dice.
Yeah, no, this is going with cold. This is a powerful.
You guys take 44 points of cold damage. Or
Well,
half
you-
on a successful
You're out,
save.
aren't you?
Shathra, as this wave of cold energy rushes forward, it blasts through the door. It washes over you. Shathra, you hear her scream, and then silence. Does anybody go to 0 HP?
How much damage was it again?
44.
Fuck!
No, but I'm real close.
I'm
Oh,
at half
thank
because I was able
God.
to take some. I'm at half because I was able to take some of the damage off. I used my what's it called, Goliath feature there. So
Venley, is everybody not dead?
I'm not dead, but I'm real fucking close.
Everybody is.
And she's going to stop there, and that is the end of her turn. It is then the giant's turn.
They're slow as shit. They don't recognize anything.
You hear, you can't see, you're not privy to, but you do hear like a in the distance. End of giant's turn. Culty bad boys. Culty bad boys are the coolest. They're the ones my wife likes.
Guys, I've got a plan. I've got a plan.
Do you?
I do. I mean, I do now. I didn't before.
Now you get to
But
meet the
now-
real me. I'm gonna kill all of you
That's
suckers.
gonna be so sad.
Thanks for your money, nerds.
Brutal.
I'm just kidding. I hope you don't die. I'm real nervous. This one is going to rush out and try to meet Arlo. This guy's going to stay in the back. This guy is going to move forward. This guy is going to move forward. They're going to try to surround the Arlo. What kind of dude are you? You're that kind of dude. He is going to move in front of Malissandra and ready in action. And this guy's going to kind of step to the side away from Arlo. Not Arlo, I'm sorry. Zergo. I was saying Arlo. I don't know why I was doing that.
It's the
You guys are gonna be fine. Everything's okay.
What the fuck is that?
Just hold it 1 second. Oh god.
All the attacks. Just give me all the attacks, please. My party kind of needs it.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw, Zergo.
Oh, you're an ass. Okay, wisdom.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, you succeeded. That's cool. Fuck yeah. You feel this guy. He says like a chant, and he holds up something. He crushes in his hand. This like dust kind of floats across the room, and it kind of tries to get inside of you, but you don't allow it. And you can feel something try to like overtake you, but your will is stronger. This guy is going to attempt to get away from you, and you can make an opportunity attack. And then these two guys are going to attack you.
24, 25, something like that.
Yeah, that hits. I think only one of them hit you, which is good. Like that seems nice.
My AC is only 15, so
okay.
that guy running away takes. Ooh, nice. 12 points of slashing.
As he goes to run away, you slash him across the back, and like a big dash, and you hear him kind of yelp out in pain as he does manage to kind of stagger across the room still manages to clear that distance, unfortunately. So that's 15. So he's going to just move as far away from you as he kind of can. He's going to get to there. These two guys start trying to attack you to stop you. And this guy does manage to hit you, and he actually will kind of move around you to put himself in front of you. After he manages to land this one blow, and that's going to deal. Come on, where are you? There you are. Oh, he got max damage. He got 13 points halved. And then the other guy, he's like attacking you in the back. He is going to deal not much. Let's see. Maybe these might change things a little bit, but I don't think so. No. So that's
that first guy takes 5 points of cold damage from
nice.
the armor.
As he strikes you in the armor packet, this kind of lashes out with this. Is that cold?
Yes, it is.
This blue energy that kind of wraps up him. He manages to bounce off of that and not allow that cold energy to completely overtake him as he then scoots around to the side in front of you to make sure you don't have a easy form of escape from this melee. The second one attempts to stab you, and he does manage to kind of cut you on the side just a smidge, dealing 8 points of piercing damage, 4 halved. Does he also take 5?
No. Once the temp is gone, it's over.
Okay. And then that's the rest of the culty bad boys. Culty bad boys are done, which means it's Valen's turn. Valen, what do you do?
Can you go for me? Mass healing word and then 2 shots with Siren's Call.
Okay, I got you. Let me just look at
Should we wait until people get down for the mass healing ward?
We know that we're going to go down.
Well,
if you take
he only has one of those, right?
Dead.
Because he only has one of those. I'm pretty sure is like the only negative.
He has
but,
one.
I mean,
he does have one healing word, mass healing word.
Does anyone else have that, or is he the only one that has it?
I can heal with my
Soleil
gourd.
has the tree, which is kind of similar. Yes, and Arlo does have the gourd, which is not quite mass healing word, but it's not. It's pretty good.
I can use it every turn though for a bonus action too.
That's true. And you have how many? It's like two or three.
I don't think I saw it. Let me check again.
I think it's equal to your proficiency.
I think that is correct. Yeah, I think it is 3.
Do you, with that information, I do think there's a point there. Like, Mass Healing Word is a super clutch, like, let's get everybody back on their feet spell. Do you want to try to save it, Valen?
I could also use aid, so with that in mind too, we could throw that into the equation. But
the bonus action doesn't say how many.
Valen did good. Sirens call, sirens call, sirens call. Too much shit for me to know. Where is Siren's Call? There she is. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so that's one. Do you want to do Psychic Blades or anything like that, Valen, instead, perhaps? Instead of... I guess you don't want to, maybe. How many Psychic Blades? That is... level. Is that a feature? I don't like playing with people's characters. It's hard.
The Psychic Blade should be a feature for the Bard.
Yeah, for the Shadow Bard.
And it's just Bardic Inspiration, I believe.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that. He deals 8, 7, 15, and then 5 Psychic Blades to the woman as he takes 2 shots. And then he said Mass Healing Word, and I haven't heard him say no to the Mass Healing Word. I'm going to allow him to, make that decision for himself.
Did you guys do my turn already?
No, we're about to end it. You just dealt, what is that total? That was 21 points of damage to Melisandre, and then you still have your bonus action. Psychic Blades is a bonus action. Right?
It's
not
your attack action.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool.
No.
So do you want to use your bonus action to do Mass Healing Word?
Yeah, since everybody's pretty low,
Okay.
just in case.
All right, so that's 1d4 plus
+5.
stuff. I don't have a lot of 1d4s. Ooh, you got a 3 plus 5. 8 points for everybody. 8 points for everybody. Valen, do you want to move?
Yeah, A from Melisandre.
Away? Like just
Away,
back?
yes.
Just, I'm going to put you here. I feel like this is a good spot. You're like behind cover. You take those 2 shots and then hit her with them Psychic Blades. As you see her, you get ripped through the flesh. And as you hit her with those 2 Psychic Blades and the 2 shots and the Psychic Blades, you see her kind of stutter for a second. And she does sink in the air and she kind of falls to her feet. And you see her kind of slump forward. She does kind of lean back up as like energy kind of starts swelling down her arms, like magical crackling dark green energy. But it seems like she's very hurt, but she's not down. And then it is Shathra's turn. Shathra is no longer amongst us. It is Venli's turn. Venli.
Am I at the bottom of this order, by the way?
You are. You're the last one.
Do I
Can't hear
do
you even.
something dumb? No, I wasn't saying anything. I have something that I could do that
Do it. Do the dumb thing.
We believe.
I mean,
Everybody believe in Venli.
it's dumb in the sense of like it'll just fuck me up if it doesn't work well.
Perfect.
Okay, alright. Let's do it. Alright. I'm gonna do bonus action. Blood freely given, because I need
Again?
a spell slot to do this. I wanna cast silence around her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Or like actually I wanna cast it within, kind of like have the outer edge kind of be like at the end of the room, and then kind of the rest that way into the room.
20-foot
if
radius sphere is
possible.
pretty big space. So let's see what like the most effective way. 20-foot sphere. Yeah, that's pretty good. Like right there. So it goes to the edge of the door and then like around her.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be where the silence is. You drop this zone of just complete muteness after you cut your hand on the shell and then release. And there's this sort of like boom of like this opaque sort of white milky energy that emanates out from the space around her. And you see the like in that moment as she's like kind of oddly moving and twitching, she's kind of laughing, but as this spreads out, it becomes completely deaf. And the energy that was coalescing down her arms suddenly like sparks and then disappears.
Yes. All right. Can I too, since I did the blood freely given, summon a tentacle, summon the one tentacle?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Where are my tentacles? They're monsters. They're monsters. Tentacle. You're gonna do the big tentacle? Or are you doing both tentacles?
I can just do I have to do the one first, right? And then go and do the second one.
Is that a plus
the next
5?
time.
That's a plus 5 tentacle?
I think it's based off whatever I roll, right?
Yeah, but you rolled that plus 5 earlier. What'd you get for that one?
4.
Okay, that's still really good. So
yeah.
So you drop that tentacle. It pulls up out of this dark water that kind of appears in the in the stone floor as it rises up out of the sudden darkness beneath. And does it get an action immediately?
I think we said it did. That's how I've done it before.
Why not?
All right. Okay. That's 19 to hit. Cool. Man, I never remember this. Is it a T8?
I do believe it's a D8, and it's plus.
Yeah. And then I add the 5.
I think you add your spellcasting modifier and then the blood freely given.
Oh, cool. Then
I believe. I feel like that's correct. But let's just do that for now.
I think that would make sense because I think it functions as like a spell and an attack spell. So it's 12 points of damage, cold damage.
And it reduces her movement by 10, right?
Yeah, it does.
I
always forget that.
Kind of wraps around her and then kind of rips off as this meat is pulled off by the suction cups as it kind of rips that meat down into the water and then reappears up, kind of lurched over her in this snake-like fashion as it writhes back and forth. She is apparently like, you can see her kind of scream out in pain, no noise. Is that the end of your turn, Bentley? You want to use some movement? I guess you kind of can't. You got to stay back here. I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to stay there.
I'm going to move you up to behind this wall. That's Bentley. Then Arlo, it's your turn. Arlo, my dude. It's your turn.
How far am I away from that front guy right there?
This guy?
Yes.
Close enough to hit him.
Is there a guy right there in front of me?
There's a guy literally right in front of you. Yeah, he's like in your 5-foot space.
All right, nice. And did we like decipher yet if they only take magical damage or if they take physical damage?
Zergo's been doing just fine. He clawed that one guy to death.
But no one's hit like the spectral lady with physical damage yet?
She appears... No, nobody has hit her with physical damage yet. That is true. She does appear to be a flesh and bone. She's just undead. She's not like a specter, though.
Okay. All right, well, then we're just going to wail on this guy in front of us. I'm just going to use my bonus action, so I can hit him 4 times.
All right, do it. Just pummel this dude.
got a 17, a 16, a 15, and a 19.
Those all hit,
Nice.
which is super dope.
So 2 of those are going to be with my staff, and 2 of those are going to be unarmed.
Okay.
That's 42, and then I'm going to do Aura Spark, so it's 2 more force damage also. 44 damage to it being
44 damage total.
Yeah.
You like rush into him. You kind of like shoulder check him. He drops back. You reach forward, grab him, pull him back into you. You like punch him twice in the face, and then let go. Uppercut him with your other hand up into the air, and you kind of like bop, 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 real rapidly, and then you kind of give a little jump, punch him down into the ground, and as he hits that ground, this like incredible flurry kills him. He is dead.
Nice. And then I'll just use a key point to use defensive stand. Patient defense, sorry.
Do you want to move forward at all, or you want to stay exactly where you are?
Yeah, I want to move forward slightly, like inside the building, but kind of still block.
Just kind of get into the doorway a little bit there.
Yeah, to block the opening also, to like leave enough room so I can hit people if they try to get past me outside the building.
And then you take the patient defense.
Yeah.
Okay. And that puts it back to the top of the order, which makes it Zergo's turn. Zergo's turn.
Terrifying.
It's Zergo's turn.
Okay.
Zergo's the bestest boy.
He's not doing his job properly because he didn't attack him. So I got 2 guys around me, and then looking at the one that ran off, does it look like he's trying to run for an exit, or
Looks like he was trying to get some distance from you. He looks like he isn't armed. And like in your rage state, he looks like he is the most vulnerable of the people that are in front of you, and he was probably just trying to get away from you for like to get like a vantage point, maybe to do some magic. He looks like he's more of a caster rather than an actual melee combatant.
okay? If I move to the cultist that is flanking me behind, like facing him, would I be leaving the other one's range?
If you, I'm
Just be
sorry,
in front of the guy that's behind me.
to get in
Like,
front of the
I
guy
don't
who's
want to
behind you.
pivot around him, closer
This-
to her.
Okay, this way. You would
Yeah.
lose. You would leave. You could get between. You could get on top of her.
But if I stand in the middle facing that one guy, would they both be about 10 feet from me?
You could hit from where you're standing right here. You can hit this guy. You can hit this guy. You can hit her. You can hit the guy next to you. Then obviously there's the guy in the back who you can't hit. But
Okay. I'm not really trying to hit anyone with the weapon. I'm going to unleash Sword of Bounding Lightning's hidden power, and they all need to make con saves.
hell yeah! All right. All as in all 5, or all as in the 4 people. right
Anyone
around you?
within 10 feet of me.
Okay. So we got 12 fail, 20 succeed, 1 Malissandra failed, and this guy succeeded. So we got fail, succeed, fail, succeed.
I'm rolling 66 lightning damage. The one succeeded, take half. The one's failed, take full. Because this is the only big number. Damn! Alright, the other half. Oh. So.
So, Jax is backstage.
Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin.
2.
It says his device is not connected. I can't add you to the stream, Connor, because you have Mike and Cam aren't connected.
So that is 28 points of lightning damage.
So Zerga, you reach on your hip or your back, wherever the blade is, and you like
Yeah, on his
unsheath
back.
it. In that moment, it kind of like this wave of blue energy emanates out. This dude who failed, he gets hit by that wave, kind of blasted back into this wall behind him. He falls, crumples against the ground, dead. This guy, it does kind of wash over him. He manages to mostly be okay. Same with this guy. However, Malissandra, that wave hits her particularly hard, and she gets kind of knocked back as the wave like rips through her flesh. She puts her hands up, and the electric just pulls away all of the meat, all of the skin, everything from her body, and she's nothing left but a skeleton. And in that last moment, she sort of like screams out, and it almost like pierces the silence. It's like this very muffled sound, Zergo, as you hear her make like one last call to Neshrak before her bones clatter against the ground, break apart, and fall still.
Okay. The claws on his hands will start to recede, and he is going to drop rage for now. And then look at the other cultists, especially the one in the corner, and just eyeball them. And that will be my turn.
Give me an intimidation check.
Natural 20. For a grand total of 19.
You eyeball these guys, and you see that they like fear has overcome them. And then you begin to look around the room, and you see that they're both like in a state of shock. You look across the way, and the guy that was like the caster, you didn't intimidate him. You weren't really looking at him. You're looking at the guys right around you. He has crumpled into the corner, and he is shaking back and forth, holding the necklace around his neck. And the two guys that are immediately next to you, seeing Malissandra die, they both go into a state of shock, and they go to grab that necklace too. And they're afraid of you, but they're more afraid of something else. And it will be Jax's turn.
Okay.
You see Malissandra get blown away. Her bones scatter across the ground. The people around her are sort of like confused and shaken. You do have an opportunity to shoot. I think you have a vantage point on two guys. You can shoot the caster that's way in the back of the room, or you can shoot the guy that's like kind of right in front of Arlo.
I'll go for the caster in the back of the room then. I'll take 2 shots at him, and I'll do it with sharpshooter. So the first one I got was an 18, and the next one was a 17.
They both hit.
$47 damage in total.
Zergo, give me a perception check.
Actually, 51 with fire. My bad.
Jesus Christ. Zergo, what's your perception check? Zergo, I need you. Love me. Hello. I'm going to kill you, my dude. I'm going to give him 1 minute because this is important.
No pressure.
Yeah, what the
Seems
flip,
fine.
my dude? I think I spooked him off.
Yeah, he literally wrote, "Guys, I think I fucked up," and then turned his camera off and left.
Traumatized.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No. Zergo, come back. No. Zergo. We need you.
I went to the bathroom and I was going in and out. What did he exactly do? I mean, but
No, I think I think it was because he killed the lady And then everybody else seems scared now. And so now I think now we're a little scared. Like, did we wake something up that we shouldn't have like woken up?
Zergo, give me a
Angered the god of death.
Zergo,
Yeah,
give
I'm
me a
like, oh
perception
no.
check.
I don't wanna. 22.
The caster that you have kind of managed to evade or kind of chase down, as he crumbles into that corner and he's kind of tucked away, rocking back and forth. Suddenly you see a blue beam kind of pass by you. You're still in that zone of silence, so there's this awkward space where things have no sound, and then they leave that space, and then suddenly they do have sound. But you see it kind of enter into that bubble, become silent, exit out, hit that caster with like this loud, sharp noise, and this like crack of bone and this explosion of blood and viscera as he kind of like folds into himself. As there's this like hole in his chest. But you manage to hear him say, like out of one last gasp, he says, "Thank the gods, I get to die a man." And then he like falls into himself. And Jax, do you do anything else for your turn?
Okay. I feel like things are a little shady. I've already used one of my shots. I mean, both my shots. Is anyone super duper hurt? Like, really bad?
Yeah.
Because, well, I can use...
I'm not doing
Sanctuary.
great. I'm not doing great, if I'm honest.
If you use just healing abilities, I can use Sanctuary on you so no one can attack you until you attack someone else.
I'm planning to attack, so...
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be good. I don't really have too much to do then.
You want to stay where you are?
I want to make it so that maybe we're not as grouped together, just so we can't get hit by like a big area of effect attack, but relatively.
You want to? You could like. I feel like you're kind of in a tight spot because you could like back up and maybe go to like this home, or you could run inside, but there's not really that many options for you. Like as far as like placement, you could go around and try to get a different vantage point, but then you're like shooting through a window. There's definitely options. Like you could go up. There's stuff you could do, for sure. I just don't know.
I mean, if I can still get a vantage point while going up, I'll go up, just so like something can't go on the ground and be an area of effect attack.
At half speed, you'd be able to get up once more here.
Okay, I'll go there then.
It's the end of Jax's turn, so it's your turn.
Okay, so there's still 2 baddies in the room?
There is 2 baddies in the room. That's correct. There's actually one more, but you can't see him. So.
Okay. I'm going to go with my original plan. I am going to use my last wild shape and turn into a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, neat. Okay. Different. I like it.
I chose this one wisely. Well, we'll see. I intended to choose it wisely. So
I hope. I'm not really convinced, but
yeah, I've never done this before, so it seems positive. My plan is to charge at whichever cultist is closest. I have 40 foot range now.
Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of you. What is like? I want to give you. I want you to be a saber-toothed tiger, but I don't have a saber-toothed tiger, and that makes me feel inadequate.
Really
which I don't like. I don't like that. So I'm gonna make you. I guess like a fucking hyena. Like that doesn't. Hyenas suck. Like nobody likes hyenas. I guess you just be like a wolf. Unfortunately. Okay, so you were here. You're now here. As you rush forward to the nearest cultist.
Yes.
All right, you're going to go forward to this guy.
Okay. Would like to pounce on him. He must make a DC 14 strength saving throw.
I'm going to roll this. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you have rabbit ears?
Yeah. They never go away. It doesn't matter what animal I turn into. I'm keeping the rabbit ears.
Yeah, he does fail. I feel like I hope you have like a little rabbit button nose and then these like 2 fearsome claws or fangs, and I want your tail to be like a rabbit tail. I feel like that's
yeah,
fun.
no, I feel like she always keeps the ears and the tail. Like, it doesn't matter what animal. Like, if she turned into a whale, she wouldn't have like a back flipper.
Ew, I hate that. I don't like that. It works for like the land-based mammals.
Yeah, but the sea-based animals, she just wouldn't.
If you
be
turn
able
into a
to swim.
squid, you're gonna have rabbit ears, and actually that could be cute.
That
Anyway,
would be so adorable. Okay.
He fails.
Okay, so he is now prone.
Good.
And because he's prone, now I get to make a bite attack as a bonus action. So I get...
Saber-tooth tiger probably has multi-attack too, I would think.
I think... I don't know anything about this. So...
I feel like it has multi-attack. That's what my bones are telling me.
Very possible. Okay, so if I can do... So can I do 2 bite attacks then?
It's probably like, I feel like it's like probably a bite and 2 claws, or bite and 1 claw. Let me look.
All I have is my tiny little card.
Man,
I got my little druid cards, but
if the tiger moves at least 20 feet, then it and then hits it with a claw attack. So you have to give me that claw attack.
oh, I see. On the same, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
I misread it. Okay, yeah, that should hit. But well, I guess I don't know. 14 plus 6, dirty 20.
Yep. So it's 2d6 plus 5. It hits, and then he fails, so he falls down.
Okay. Oh, and then I do damage for that claw attack, I assume.
Yep. 2d6 plus 5.
Okay, so 11 points of damage from that, and then
Nice.
I'll do
You turn to saber tiger, you run forward, you jump out, claws extended, you hit him, slash down his chest, push down into him, open up that mouth, and go to bite. You have advantage because he is prone.
Okay, 16 plus 6, 22.
Yep. That's 1d10 plus 5.
Oh, what does a D10 look like?
Yeah, they're weird. They're one of the weird ones.
Okay, I think I found it. Yeah, 10.
You got a 10?
Plus, yes, plus 5.
10 plus 5. You rush in him, scratch on his chest, push down into him, open up that big jaw, 2 gigantic fangs, nice little rabbit face. As you dig down into his shoulder, down like through his neck, down into his chest cavity, pull back out as he is dead. And you see his face. He looks at you, and instead of fear, you see like a look of relief as he lets out one last breath and dies.
Was that all of my movement, or did I have any movement left?
No, you do probably. Let me check the saber-tooth tiger's speed there. I think it's 40.
Yes, it's
you
40.
definitely you you do. You have about 20 more feet actually.
I'll run closer towards the next cultist, but probably not right up on them.
There's this guy right here who's still
Okay,
alive.
yeah, I'll get there.
You want to? Do you want to be like back a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
This guy is prone. It's Melissandra's turn. The bones have clattered across the room. They like laid there motionless for a minute. I want everybody to give me perception checks and or arcana checks. One or the other is fine.
I can give myself guidance on this, right?
Yes. You have your reaction.
You got an 8.
25.
Nice. Is this arcana for you?
Yeah, I use arcana.
And I got 25 perception.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at us.
I got a dirty 20 for Arcana.
What? Okay.
20 plus club, let's go.
Jax, you sense from the bones a sudden pulse of deep, dark magic on a level that goes beyond anything that should be on this plane. And Venli, you feel like your hair like on the stand on end, and you hear the voice of your patron, and she says, "Venli, dear, what are you doing? What have you done?"
Oh my god, I don't know.
She says, "You have to run."
Okay.
Soleil, you can like smell this like deep smell of rot and decay. And in this zone of silence, you suddenly hear this like rattling noise as you look back, and you see the bones like violently shaking as this like shadow is like flecks of black are falling off of the bones and like pulling underneath. And the cultist that's behind Zergo, he sees it, and you can't hear what he's saying because he's in this zone of silence, but he is backing up and he kind of falls on his ass and he's holding that necklace and he's just shaking his head, and you see he starts sobbing uncontrollably, and then suddenly part of his skin just rips off of his face and begins unraveling as it kind of just pulls across the back of his head, and it's just getting sucked away like an atomized string into a black hole off of his body as he keeps getting pulled in the direction of the shaking bones. And you see the bodies of the people that have just died begin ripping away. And then outside of the church, you suddenly hear like screams, this crescendo of screams, and these very loud sounds of like of something heavy falling into the ground as these people that are around you begin just being like kind of pulled apart, their flesh moving away from themselves. And then you can kind of, the people who are outside, you kind of see this like these strands of red mist kind of moving towards the church. They start flooding in through the windows, and then you see like shards of like bone dust that are collecting and pulling inside as some sort of like zone of darkness kind of opens beneath the rattling bones of Malissandra, and they begin to swirl as that red mist and the gray ash of bone dust all begin to kind of coalesce into this like ball that then like kind of wraps around itself like a cocoon as two wings unfurl as a massive creature stands up on its hind legs. A dragon whose mouth like drips with blood and meat, and its bones are held together with like loose sinew, and you can see in some places there's like skin kind of folded over the bone, or meat holding together the ribs or the arms. And in some of the skin you can see the screaming faces of people who appear to be like in a state of undeath.
Is it friendly?
Yeah, it's a mommy dragon. This is more of my personal trauma.
Valen will try to romance.
Has huge boobs.
Valen's gonna try to romance it.
Yo, roll. Let him roll, Peyton. Let's see how high he gets. We'll give him the pluses.
I hate
like
everything
that pal
about
from Pal World that just walks with a heart on her chest.
I've seen all the memes. I hate it.
If it wasn't a
So
TPK before, it is now.
So are we running, or like what is the plan? I mean, he can fly, so I doubt we can run. But
I have all faith in Valen's plan.
what was Valen's plan? Romance it? Is that the plan?
I was gonna charm it.
We're gonna have guys. Obviously, we're gonna have sex with it. That's the natural solution to this problem.
Big old lord.
Be reasonable.
And I wasn't here for a little bit. Was it because we killed the girl, or was it because we did something?
She's a classic two-stager.
Okay, just making sure we didn't mess up some other way. But yeah, like if she's evil anyway, so we should have killed her. So
as the dragon rises up, you see like a dark green light kind of flash in its chest. You see inside for just a moment, like lining the walls of the ribs, this like binding flesh. You see dozens of faces screaming out in agony as the head kind of roars back, hits the top of the first floor of this church. Stones kind of rumble and fall to the sides as the head goes back, and that green flame kind of erupts out of the mouth pierces through the church, and you can see that for a moment the whole area that you're in just lights up with dark green, as then the dragon kind of slumps down onto all fours as a wave of energy ruptures out. I need Zergo and Soleil and Arlo to make dexterity saving throws.
Do I have advantage because I see this, right?
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna need.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You said a what? A what save?
Dexterity.
Okay.
Saber-tooth tiger probably has a pretty good one. Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
19.
evasion
Not bad.
for this too.
21.
This blast of air comes out, and it's so forceful just from this creature falling onto its legs that you almost get knocked over, but you manage to withstand it. Soleil, we're about to end the session, but before we do that, I'm going to end it on the top of her turn. I need you to make an Arcana or Religion, either one.
$17.
My girl. In that moment of this happening, I would say, like, how does everybody, I feel like all your characters in universe, this seems pretty bad. I don't want to say that like anybody would feel hopeless or I don't want to assign emotions. But it's a bad situation. And I feel like, Soleil, would you say that you're like how's Soleil in that moment?
I think she's filled with rage. Like I mean, she's certainly scared because this is not, I think, what she was anticipating, but she's full of rage.
As you feel that anger inside of you, you see past the dragon and this piece of the heartwood tree. You can see it's like continuing now to grow very rapidly. And emanating out from it are like growths of flowers that are kind of growing outwards. And you see they kind of move around the dragon. That space around it, there's like this negative void of life that flowers can't seem to grow over, as these vines and tendrils are rapidly growing out from this massively abused portion of the heartwood tree. In just a few seconds, those vines and flowers and this vibrant life kind of extends across the room. It reaches the doorway. So Arlo, Soleil, Tentacle, and Zergo, you heal for 14.
Who heals 14?
Soleil, Zergo, and Arlo heal for 14.
Takes me back to full.
And the tentacle, but I don't think the tentacle needed it. So
It doesn't have hit points. It's just there for a certain number of rounds.
And we're a little early, but I do think this is a good place to stop. And Tom's like, I just fucking got here.
It's all good.
You
We can
son
wait
of
till
a
next
bitch.
week. Yeah.
But I do think this is the spot, though. I do think so.
Yeah. You gotta leave it on a cliffhanger.
I'm a little worried. I mean, yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not great.
It's gonna be okay. You guys are gonna do fine.
It could be worse. We're all still up right now.
I call out to Zergo. Zergo, can you eat that that dragon?
I don't think I hear that.
He could.
Oh, man.
I think. I'm not sure.
Sending. I mean,
I don't know.
Okay, I've kind of painted myself into a corner.
Honest. Like,
All right,
Zergo
because
that dragon,
if Zergo eats the dragon, all of the people that are a part of the dragon are still alive, which means they all have their own souls. So Zergo would like, and I said there were dozens. So Zergo would like in one bonus action get like 24 points of HP.
Whoa.
Damn.
Oh god.
We
Yeah, I
find
fucked
like a
up.
lich phylactery and let me just eat it. That thing has like 50 million souls.
Yeah, that's true. But that's when like shit that's when Khan starts getting a big head.
Yep.
You know, and he's like,
I don't know how
Khan eats
comfortable
this
I feel with
dragon,
all
he's
them
gonna have
souls. That'd be pretty crazy.
Khan eats that thing. We're never gonna hear the end of it.
Well,
he's the
quick
big
question.
bad evil guy now.
Is it just the 24 souls, or does it also count like this dragon thing too?
It would also count Melisandra.
Oh yeah, that's
for sure. I'd have to like literally do a tally, and there's the giants who are made up of multiple people too. So, yeah, I kind of fucked that up. So, then in hindsight, that was maybe stupid. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey Zerga, we'll cut it in half. I'll throw half of it in my robot. You eat the other half.
Just slowly feed Zergo and Khan. They become the big bad. Khan takes over.
At this point, I don't even know who the big bad. I have ideas for the big bad is, but I feel like it could go any way, and I really love that.
Yeah.
I don't know if this was the right decision, but we definitely made a decision.
We did.
There was a decision made.
We did. We did it.
We made a decision.
We did.
We would have been wondering if we didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, true, but like, did the 12 Dwarven prisoners, are they in there too?
I'm not going to answer that question.
I didn't think. I mean,
Like, we're in a necropolis and a bone dragon just showed up.
you know, like we.
I don't think we're going to 100% the game, guys.
Consequences we can deal with later.
Shathra, the elven princess of the Emperor of Chassel Sin, she's dead.
She's in there.
Like full dead?
She's dead. She got cone of colded. She's in the back frozen. I mean, like she's dead. I mean, you could thaw her. I don't know, but I guess you could thaw her and revive her hypothetically. But she's dead. And her sister is hypothetically alive down in a prison somewhere. So you're gonna like, what I would do, I would like throw her off of the fucking. I would like get rid of her, and then when I go to save Shalizari, she's like, "Have you seen my sister?" I'd be like, "Mm-mm."
We like George
No,
No.
I absolutely fucking have not. You have a sister? That's weird. Never seen anybody that looks like you before.
I
These
mean,
two guys.
Yeah, I fucking
How's
killed that
everybody
kid.
looking?
I got 6 hit points.
Shathra had 12 HP. I hit her for 44 points of damage.
Yeah, no.
Oh, she's so dead.
When you started doing the cold, I'm like the cone shape. I'm like, please be color spray.
Please don't do this. I saw that episode of Critical Role.
Yeah,
I know what you're fucking doing. You
this
monster.
is a bad spell.
You know that I have trauma about this, don't you? Yeah, I love that spell.
We still got to deal with the outside.
yeah. I had a plan about that too, and then the dragon came, and that's what I blame on my inability to deal with the other things.
I feel like
That's
we
fair.
just got Shadow died twice, like that ape fight in that game. Like I feel like we just got that. Like the head got cut off, nothing happened for a couple seconds. We were good, and then this shit happened.
It's okay.
I thought we had 3 cultists that we just had to mollywop real quick. You know, Soleil was going to do some healing tree stuff, and we were golden.
Smooth sailing.
I know. I was trying to play her correctly, which I feel like she'd just be so, I don't know, just
I
by
think you did
blinded.
great. It doesn't matter. You're gonna be fine. Like
Yeah,
maybe
I'm sure it's fine.
Maybe I'll kill like one person.
for the squad.
I thought this was like
Yeah.
fighting like.
You got to learn to expect the unexpected, which in this case is a bone dragon.
How much HP does Valen have?
Hold on, let me check your sheet real quick. You only got hit by Cone of Cold. So you have 8, and then you got the mass healing word for 8. So you have 16.
Sick.
And you used up your you used up all your 3rd level spells. And you used 1 psychic blade.
What's Jack's at?
I have like 32 or something. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's plenty of HP.
For Bone Dragon, yeah.
You guys are going to be fine.
I mean, that mass healing ward would be amazing right now, dude. Dude. Like, he definitely breathes fire. You got to get out of the AoE.
That definitely breathes necrotic.
I'm excited. It's going to be dope. You guys are doing great.
Yo, we're level 8 now, right?
No.
Yeah. Mid-battle level up? Come on, you've played RPGs.
You got it. We killed her once. That was a ton of XP.
Yeah.
I want a level up. I have full HP, you son of a bitch.
I'm going back to the bonfire. Let's come back another day.
Guys, let's take a short rest. Let's
Let's just fast travel out,
It'll be
guys.
fine.